Chat, I have one tiny little sip of water left. It will supply me the nutrition I need to get through the rest of the stream. But once I drink it, it's all gone. And then I'll be done for. I think I need to save it for the right moment. This is just like in Yu-Gi-Oh! When Grandpa Yugi is dying in the desert. And the Blue Eyes White Dragon is there. The Blue Eyes White Dragon was there, everyone. That's important. But then, he survived. And eventually, gave birth to Yugi. And then Yugi went on to become the king of games, so it all worked out in the end. The moral of the story is grandpas should die in deserts. Hello. Hi Magod, hi Nero, hi Umi. How's everyone doing on this fine morning? We are waiting for Holly, who should be here eventually. I was told that she was getting ready, and I was like, that won't take that long. I'll go ahead and jump on. One for Umi. Boop. Well, the good news is it wouldn't have mattered anyway, because it didn't land on one. So, there was never any hope. What did I do today? I woke up. I'm recounting my day. Last week you failed conversation about conversation ABD, then immediately got VIP from a role. That's true. Hey Chuck, can I say something fucked up and devious? I like it when people don't win, because when people win, I have to hit the confetti button and it's more buttons to press and I have to type their name into chat. And when they don't win, I can just turn the dice off like that. And so it takes a little bit less effort for me if you lose. And so I am always rooting against you. Like subconsciously, I'm just, whenever someone rolls, I'm like, God, I hope I don't have to fucking scroll up and turn on confetti. I gotta scroll all the way up to the confetti source, and then I gotta type your name in and make you a VIP, as opposed to just rolling the dice and then just turning it off. No, I'm literally kind. Oh, I should get in, there we go. Hello? Why are you over there? What the fuck? You're like you're on my screen. You're in the reactives in the wrong spot. Wow. Get out of there. You go up here. You're my Ahoge now.
I see.
Hold on, I have to angle you. There we go.
I see. I'm just here. Yeah, it's time for Megan Wednesday.
Now you really just look like my Ahoge.
And I believe we are finishing this.
Yeah, this chapter at least.
Yeah, because all we have is court left, I believe.
Mm-hmm. I don't think we've actually done court yet. I guess we kind of have, but like, I don't know. I feel like this game has been very... I feel like the divide between court and out of court in this game is a lot different than in like Danganronpa or Ace Attorney.
Yeah.
It feels a little more like you're kind of always doing court stuff to some degree, depending on the interaction you have.
This also seems to follow real court, in which there can be multi-day proceedings.
You're allowed 3 days of proceedings in Ace Attorney.
Yeah, that's true.
Not in Danganronpa though. Danganronpa, you have like 20 minutes.
Yeah, Danganronpa's fuck you, die.
Honestly,
Hey, go ahead.
Honestly, surprised it's only chapter 1. Well, it's chapter 2, but yeah, chapter 1.
Yeah, chapter 1, the second chapter.
Yeah, we're doing Kingdom Hearts shit.
Oh my god, my girlfriend here.
Hi, Holly. Welcome in.
That's Fisher.
Yeah, but username is Holly Days, so I'm just gonna call her Holly.
No.
That way it'll be really confusing.
It was.
Hey,
it was
Holly.
the best of Hollies. It was the worst of Hollies.
Holly.
Yeah, what's up?
I wasn't talking to you, Holly. You really should change it. No, I like it. I think it's good, Holly. I think you should keep it. Maybe get rid of the days at the end. You know what I think would really fit you, Holly, as a username? I think you should do something like visualize.
Kills you, 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 kills you.
Dodges every incoming strike like it's absolutely nothing.
Wrings your neck like a wet towel.
Gotta catch me first. And
I know where to find you.
I'm already in the next town over on my e-bike. On my dang little e-bike, I'm riding away and I'm having fun and I'm going, wee. Can you say a word?
A word.
Thank you. Thank you for your service.
Right. Both Big Walk and Fields of Mystria launched.
Yeah. I already had Fields of Mystria, but I do not have Big Walk.
I won't play Big Walk.
I also kind of want to play Big Walk. I saw some streamers were playing yesterday, and I was like, I want to play Big Walk.
I've been told that it's experiencing some growing pains, though, and that the Switch version does not run well.
Don't play the Switch version.
What?
Play it on PC.
Well, yeah. I'm just commenting that I have heard that the Switch version gets 20 frames per second docked.
That's fine. That's the same as Ocarina of Time. And that game's considered one of the best games ever, so.
Well, yeah, but Ocarina of Time was supposed to have 20 frames per second.
So is Big Walk on Switch.
Not as far as I'm aware. It's supposed to be the fucking 30 FPS minimum game.
What if they just put out a statement saying actually it's supposed to go at 20 FPS on Switch? Then they win. What if they say, yeah, we were going for an Ocarina of Time thing?
I feel like that would be a cop-out. Oh yeah, Final Fantasy 14 Switch 2 is currently not great because of the load times. It takes 15 seconds to revive.
Oh yeah, Final Fantasy 14 Swoos. Does anything run well on Switch? I was trying to, I'll be honest, Lauren, I saw your message when you posted it, and I was trying to come up with some concept of like what could run well on Switch, and I wanted to say like, oh, a hamster. But I was like, how could a hamster... I was trying to construct a world where something very tiny could be using the Switch as like a treadmill of sorts. And I was like, what moving parts are there on a Switch that could be used like that? And I couldn't think of any. So no, nothing runs on Switch ever. Sorry.
Swoos.
Nintendo Labo hamster wheel. Now we're talking. But it's for children, so it's very large. Such a comedian. Lauren, you can't say that stuff to me because you've seen me in my darkest comedic hours and my darkest comedic moments, i.e. early college. So if you say stuff like that, it's gonna make me explode badly. Lauren, I don't know about you. It's kind of crazy that we became friends because I think back to how I was early college and I was even more sheeted improv. You can't say that. You can't say that. Oh, no. No, you can't say that in improv. Yeah. Well, we met kind of in the improv. Well, because I was taking an improv class and Lauren was taking a film acting class, and we did like the two classes did a crossover, and so we had one day where all the improv students went over to learn, like, take a class from the film acting teacher, and one day where all the film acting students came over to do improv, and then hello, Neosophir. Welcome back. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. I remember I had issues with it last time, but I'm doing my best. Thank you for the donations. We're both former theater kids, yeah. But so, and then we bonded because we were talking. I feel like this is Dark Lord of Give Out. I feel like this is Dark Lore. But we were like both 18, maybe 19. It was like freshman year of college, so we were like both young. We bonded over Game Grumps. We bonded over talking about Game Grumps.
Danny and Arnold.
And now we're still friends like 10 years later, which is insane to me because I still kind of find myself a little insufferable. And 10 years ago, it's a goddamn miracle that anyone gave me the time of day. So that's the power of being... I don't know. I don't know. Love you too, Lauren. Neosophir, yeah, I remember everyone that comes into my chat. Sometimes I'll pretend I don't to be nonchalant about it, but I remember everyone.
And I've been licking it.
What?
The high as fuck Floridin in Deltarune Chapter 5.
Oh.
Also, I placed my sword with a big stick of butter, and I've been licking
Toby
it.
says, remember me? No, you've never been in my chat before. You're new. You're new. You're new. You're new. I would remember if you had been here before. This is great that I just said what I said about like remembering everyone but lying about remembering some people to seem nonchalant. Because now, even if I don't remember someone, I can say, haha, just kidding, I do remember you. I'm just lying about it to be nonchalant. Whether or not that's true, and I'm completely safe. Do I remember you? Mods, ban Umi. Holly, what's it like being my ahoge?
Bad.
Toby, thank you for the follow. This is a McDonald's? No, it wouldn't be a McDonald's. If I could be a burger place, I would be 1 bajillion big masks, please. We don't sell masks here, sorry. Femmes only. Umi, of course I don't remember you. I don't remember anyone. I should start pretending like I should start forgetting chat. I shouldn't pretend. I should just pretend. I should just actually forget everything and forget chat and become scared. Taking a break from the time loop simulator that is Cage through Critical. Excuse me. I'll have it on the record that last time I played, I literally got further in the... I ended the game further. White Mage Nina... Is there any relation between you and my Twitch chatter Black Mage Nero? Would there happen to be any connection? Perhaps distant cousins? No, of course not. Oh, okay, I believe you. Holly, I hear like a saw or something. Are you building another house?
Oh no, is it happening?
Holly just loves doing construction. Yeah, no, I know. I figured, Nero. I can do anything. I can put together anything with context clues. Holly's microphone can hear the whole world. That's amazing, but why are you talking about yourself in third person?
I'm not doing this.
Not doing what? Coward. Been meaning to change your Twitch name to Nina? Well, I support everyone changing their names all the time. You look like I was into Homestuck? Nope. I actually tried reading Homestuck a few years ago. I got to like page, I think 1900 something. And then I kind of fell off. It's long. I got lost and scared. I like Moonsetter. I think Moonsetter's a good song. Do-do-do-do.
Yeah, I've claimed another work shift. Hey, can
Triple
we
dog dare me to read the entire Cosmere? I don't know what that means. Can we what?
any chance we can try to start at a reasonable time so we can make sure we get through all this?
Yeah, we can try that.
Yay.
Might not work, but we can try it.
Let's also screep share game.
Oh yeah, I can do that for sure. The Cosmere is a series of Mormon fantasy novels. They're a little mid at best. That's not true. You're making that up. A shared is that real? Is what you just said real to me? You're not?
No.
Well, I'm not gonna read Mormon anything, so
You should not have brought that up with my Exmo girlfriend in chat.
Exmo is like that's like a gas, like a this is where you buy like gas or something, I think.
That's Exxon.
Xmobile. Toby, of course I remember you. How could I not remember classic regular Toby? Oh my god, you're here all the time. Of course I remember you. You don't even have to ask that. That's crazy.
Everyone's favorite.
Everyone's favorite. How could I forget?
How much money do I have in my account?
I have like $20. So be jealous of my $20.
Fantastic news, y'all.
Yeah.
I have just over $100.
Wow. Toby, thank you for the donation. Appreciate it.
Oh, wow.
Classic Toby, always so generous and kind.
To that end, hey, Serena, what if I bought you Big Walk?
How much is it?
It's like $13 right now.
That is too much money for you to spend on me.
Well, it's going to be $20 later.
Okay, you can wait, hold on. Fuck whatever I was saying. I looked up Big Walk and underneath it, big beautiful woman, giantess dating action came up. Oh,
yes!
Oh my god.
Yes!
Holy shit. You need to look at the screenshots for this game they have on this page for it.
Let me see this shit.
One of them is kind of fucking crazy. The third image that they have is fucking insane. That's kind of awesome. What a way to die. This year being Danganronpa free saved your insanity? Or saved your sanity? I mean, I'm literally gonna play Danganronpa 2x2 once it comes out, so...
My fucking god.
That happened to me once.
What is this?
That happened to me once. This is awesome. There's a demo for it. I'll add the demo to my library, sure. If you buy me Big Walk, I'll appreciate it, and then I will sneakily buy you a game in return.
Or what about this? What if I just what if I buy the game for another friend and you use it off of the Steam family?
What? How would that? Is it a friend that's in the Steam family?
Yeah.
Is it your other friend that you added without asking me if you could add them to the Steam family?
I did ask you.
You did not ask me.
Oh.
You did it, and then I said, "Did you add someone to the Steam family?" And then you said, "Yes, I did." And now I only have one.
I went out of my way to tell you.
I'm checking the Discord. I'm checking our messages. I'm not mad about it, but you're not lying your way out of this one. I'm not mad, but I refuse revisionist history.
Yep, there it is. Letting you know I added a friend to the Steam family.
Post-mortem.
But you didn't go out of your, I took the initiative to tell you.
You should have asked. I would have been fine with it, but you should have asked.
Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna buy it for them, and then you can just use it from the Steam family.
Okay.
So that way you don't feel bad.
I'll always feel bad. Don't worry.
You'll feel slightly less bad.
Maybe. Okay, it's working. Doing weird route shit to your co-streamer? Does that answer your question that you didn't ask? It's like a Tom and Jerry routine. Chad, have you seen Tom and Jerry hottest sex scenes?
Stop.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up. It's in my liked videos. Don't worry, I would never.
We must remember to be tenacious like Tom, resilient like Jerry, dog like Spike, hungry like nephew, sexy cat.
Hold on, chat. I'm pulling up Tom and Jerry hottest sex scene.
Stop.
No, chat has to see. It's literally not a big deal. Sorry, only Twitch chat gets to see Tom and Jerry hottest sex scene. TikTok, it's nothing. Okay. TikTok talked me into it. You can see Tom and Jerry hottest sex scene. There, I hope you're all happy. I hope you all had a wonderful time. Okay, we can start the game now.
Yay! Why are you in the bathroom? Oh shit, it's Isabelle Animal Crossing. You know what I miss?
What?
Like the golden age of like Undertale fan comics.
Welcome to the underground. How was the
How are your balls?
No, that's not the line. Okay. I'm going into this trial My trial, with a lot less ammunition than I'd like. I'm beginning to form a picture of what actually happened, maybe even circling the drain on a suspect.
Oh, my partner is now listed as Seen the Bat.
Seen the bat? Where was it? Where was the bat? What? Right here? Oh, that's awesome.
I will show you the character that is Seen the Bat later.
I think I saw part of it. I think you accidentally sent me part of a screenshot.
Oh yeah, you saw like a crop of the face, but you haven't seen the whole character.
Yeah, I did see a crop of the face.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay. Fuck. But Emma won't be generous enough to give breathing room. She'll want to end this fast. Maybe if I do badly enough, it'll flip her sadistic switch and she'll want to keep playing.
So you got charged with owning an AI. The first time you do something exciting in your whole life. VIP roll, okay.
I can do that. I can do that so easy. You lose.
I don't know if there's a number called 16 horse shrimp.
Someone's got to go back to school, chat. She doesn't even know about 16 horse shrimp. How embarrassing. Dangerously close to making her do work. Fuck off. I expressed to chat that sometimes I prefer it when people don't win VIP because it means I don't have to stop stream to turn on confetti and type their names in to make them VIP, and now they're killing me for it. That sometimes the flow of stream goes better when I don't have to stop everything to throw confetti all over, and then I have to pick up the confetti.
Lazy as fuck streamer. Oh my god.
You're supposed to be on my side, Holly. You're supposed to kill and kill and kill.
Hey, the amount of times that you fucking killed me in this chat.
Do I have my stream playing in the background? No, that's Holly's microphone picking up my voice and then shooting it back out through Discord.
Is it?
Every now and then, I hear myself. But it's like infrequent.
Shit.
Why do all trans women get the sassy baddie dielectrum voice training? That's not true. Some of them don't. When Serena yells, bah! That's me freaking out and yelling.
Stop freaking out and yelling.
I don't know how.
You're gonna scare the chat.
Good. Chat needs some fear in him.
Get scared.
Get scared, get scared, get scared, get scared. See, I heard my voice there when I said, get scared, get scared, get scared, get scared. Yeah.
Oh.
Chat is filled with prey animals. I'm literally also a prey animal. What the fuck?
I am a prey animal because I pray to our Lord.
I don't do that. That's crazy that you would say that live. Chat, do you think that Holly will ever read her next line?
Sorry, I was adjusting my headphones. I desperately need a new set of headphones. And I gotta find out through the fucking grapevine?
Actually, hold on. I'll play the censor sound effect when you get there.
Okay, and I gotta find out through the fucking grapevine? Oh.
I didn't have the censor button, so I played the I'm gonna come button instead.
Okay, you played the I'm gonna come button.
I forgot what it was called, what the video says in it when they're like, why do you come?
Why do you come?
That one. The come button.
Getting cock. What makes a criminal? Getting cock.
Wait, fuck, shit. I did it. Easy.
Tell me, for whom do you come? No, Serena hasn't gone there yet.
Here, wait, do another cyberpunk one.
In Night City, what makes a criminal?
You're stupid.
Getting cocked. Pussy 2.
Whoa, Jason, nice cock. Whoa, Jason, nice cock.
Pussy 2.
They're all dead.
Ass throwing music. Lauren, we gotta go to the club.
Hey, you know what else we gotta do? Read the fucking visual novel.
It's been.
My life is plenty exciting.
Freckles. You could bore the polish off of resume checking robot. I've fucked Catholic school teachers with more active night lives than you.
I hit the wrong button.
Mentally, we are still at the main menu.
Okay.
So who'd you rope in? Anyone I know? Oh shit. Are you representing yourself?
Fits within my budget.
Screw your budget, you're going to jail.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
It ain't a matter of how good a lawyer you are. Anyone who represents themselves in court has a fool for counsel.
You represented yourself countless times.
Not for anything I had a chance of losing. Your pal hasn't even been dead 48 hours. You're too close to this. You'll make mistakes.
Chat, can you tell me if this sounds like I'm stuck in a cave? Do I sound like I'm stuck in a cave?
You do.
Awesome. The powers that be really didn't want me to give a rain check. Okay, I'm out of the cave. The powers that be really didn't want me to give a rain check.
How was the cave?
Scary and dark and wet, so wet, so wet.
See.
They're taking this very seriously.
It's more dangerous than that. They're scared.
Is there precedent? An ad committing murder?
How'd you pass law school without learning how to look this stuff up?
I know what the net says. I'm asking you.
The answer to that is not helpful to you at the moment.
So what words of advice do you have?
Hold on. Get yourself a new lawyer.
Gonna close this chat now.
Hey, Serena, make a decision.
Okay.
Fisher, my partner, is juggling between supporting the stream or not getting spoiled on Of the Devil.
Okay.
Which does she do?
Mamma mia. Probably support the stream.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
every time you see something that you haven't seen, cover your ears and go la 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 la.
She hasn't beat chapter 0.
Yeah, so just keep doing that the entire time. Just mute the stream and go, haha, good one every few minutes and just assume that we're saying something funny.
Don't lose, Freckles.
You don't need to tell me that. Yeah.
What'd they do to her?
But we saw this last time that they gave her nubs.
Oh. What are you reading, Adenai? Oh God, Sarah voice. Okay.
I was reading David's employment contract with Noble Electronics before I got waylaid by spam texts.
The one we found inside the panic room? It looks quite extensive. Should I skim it for you?
Depends. Did you pass the bar exam since we last spoke? Mean to Sarah? Mean to her? You comfortable?
I am not.
Ever seen that old movie with the gorilla and the skyscraper? They bring it to the city in.
I understand the analogy, Adenai.
I wish I could call it overkill. But considering the spec Sarah put up yesterday, maybe those bindings aren't heavy enough. Come to think of it, those numbers must have been faked along with the rest of what the machine read. If that was all a smokescreen David added to help her lay low, then her actual strength is more like... If your joints weren't currently locked up tighter than a vice, do you think you could escape this place?
I hope that question is not indicative of your strategy.
This is me trying to distract you, Sarah. Enjoy the hypothetical.
I would estimate that the building's automated security would put 9 holes in me before I reach that door.
9's not so bad.
I would not be able to function after the 7th.
Ah. Well, if you haven't been planning some great escape...
I would not do that. That would be illegal. And you would still be on trial.
I remember. So what have you been doing all day then?
You are on trial for being on trial.
I am attempting to recover memories from Friday.
You can do that?
It is not dissimilar from the process of recovering data erased from any other computer, despite the difference in scale. I won't be able to remember everything, but if successful, I could recall individual pieces of information that could prove useful.
That's a lot of coulds. And even if you're successful, you may not like what you find. Whatever happened that day, either you or David wanted you to forget it.
Yes. But even so, I have to remember. Because it's the last day that Father and I...
Any luck so far, then?
I can recall a slightly musty scent.
Wow, case closed.
Asshole! What about you, Adenai? Have you formulated a plan for the trial's proceedings?
Something like that.
Why am I doing this so low?
Young insists that serotonin isn't what killed David. I don't buy it. There's no other explanation for how he died.
So she is lying?
And if she repeats that lie on the stand, I'll need to expose it.
Somehow.
That's your line?
Today, right here, right now.
I'll kill again. I've already got a gun. That's what Morgan sings. Young and cis isn't what killed David. You don't buy it. There's no other explanation. Transition could have saved her. I'll say it. I'll say it. I know that phrase gets thrown around a lot. David Asher would be alive if she had estrogen. Because it...
estrogen cancels out serotonin.
Yep. We've established this.
Yes.
Somehow.
Would she really commit perjury to protect Noble? To protect one of Noble's patents?
She doesn't strike me quite as the corporate zealot she makes herself out to be. But you believe,
that she had...
Serena.
I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. Shoreline, go ahead.
But you believe that she had something to do with Father's death?
1 second.
1. Okay. Keep
One more
reading.
second. Okay, there we go. Okay. What do you think?
I don't know. I don't know why anyone would kill father.
Considering the possible consequences of what he confessed to in his journal, I can think of...
But then again, I don't understand why anyone would kill anyone. Do you?
Uh-oh.
Bells tolling for thee. Means that the doors to the courtroom are unlocked. Let's... Wait, can you walk like that? Waddle will have to do.
Oh,
Penguin mode.
poor girl.
She's like a
Poor
little
girl.
penguin.
They...
This is, I gotta say, it's fucked up that they're doing this to her, but it is kinda cute.
It's cute because of how pathetic she is. I can't believe they added guns to Fire Emblem.
They added guns to Fire Emblem?
Yeah, there are now gauntlets that function as guns.
That's neat. Okay. Wait a second. Across the hall, that's... Who was doing Porter?
Oh.
Hello, Rose. May you ask if she is a mouse? She's a mouse. Nice to meet you. Welcome in. Do you remember who was
it's
voicing Porter?
Isaac Porter.
Was it you or me?
You were.
Me, okay. Keep waddling, Sarah. I'll catch up.
As you say, Adonai.
This'll be a coin toss. You that surprised to see me? I'm not surprised you'd want to see the outcome of this trial. I am surprised you'd want to talk to me. Rose, thank you so much for the follow. You're defending the android, right? I think
be honest.
I think Porter's a straight shooter. I think we just be honest. Yeah. I'm defending Sarah's innocence. I don't think she killed David. Do you? I don't think it matters. Noble is what killed David. Whether it was with a pen stroke or a sleeper agent android or plain old goddamn arsenic, would anyone be that smart and that dumb? Why the hell did he ever sign his soul over to them?
I like Porter. He gets it.
Oh yeah, Porter's a real one. David may have been over in his head, but he wasn't a bad negotiator. I've read his contract. His position was strong. You're the lawyer. But a guy like me, working in music, can't tell you how many people I've seen get screwed over by a big smile and a fat signing bonus. No such thing as corporate generosity. If you think you're getting a good deal, it's only because you don't know how much you just sold. How much you just sold? David's real wealth lay in his intellectual property, the potential energy of it hanging over the whole industry. If he sued even 1% of the companies taking inspiration from his Turing solution, there's a clause in his contract. If Noble ever did fire David, he'd have retained control over his patents afterwards. Yeah, see, that sounds nice. Only they never did fire him, did they? He just happened to die. An unforeseeable act of God. In contract law, they call that force majeure. Oh, the game crashed. Or
Oh.
did she? Hold on.
Give it a second. Give it a second. It
Yeah,
always,
we're good.
It always
We're
does
good.
this.
We're good.
Yeah.
We're good.
3:29 p.m. July 2nd, 2086.
I said, did you find anything interesting in the contract, Adonai?
A few things, yeah. Basically, David was well taken care of, so long as they kept him around. And he'd retain control of his patents even after being let go. But what Porter said, logically, if David were to pass while still employed, Noble would continue to control the bulk of his IP.
Ooh, that's a smoking gun.
So if they knew David was going to leave in a year,
It would be very foolish of them to let Father go.
Well, they wouldn't do it for no reason. With this contract, he could only be fired for serious offenses: corporate malfeasance, revealing trade secrets, fraud.
Father was not a fraud. He was, as they say, the greatest of all time. He was, in fact, the GOAT.
Yeah, Sarah. Your nose doesn't look good, brown.
6'7", 6'7".
Skibbity.
I'm surprised you know that word, Adonai.
Okay, but like, it's 2086 or whatever. Wouldn't Sarah
Right,
doing
yeah.
6'7" be like incredibly, like, that's like a boomer meme?
Well, yeah. That's the joke, is because Sarah was like raised on really old media.
So then
Yeah,
it makes total sense that Morgan would know about Skibbity.
No, Morgan's aunt is a Gen Zer. Morgan's aunt would know that shit.
Damn. What kind of toilets do you think they're getting really excited about in 2086 then for Morgan?
Virtual toilets.
No, but it's like a meme. What kind of toilet memes do you think they have instead of Skibbity toilet? Oh, virtual toilets like virtual insanity. It's a Jamiroquai thing.
Oh, no.
The toilets move closer to you and the furniture doesn't.
There's a video. It's just of a toilet that the lid opens and it talks when it opens, but all it says is chlamydia.
You love Jamiroquai? I know you love Jamiroquai, Lauren. Every time I watch Virtual Insanity, I go, Lauren likes Jamiroquai. That's one of her defining features as an individual. Is that every time
Jamiroquai fucks.
Every time Jamiroquai comes up, Lauren says, I love Jamiroquai. Sorry that I only know one song. Sorry that I only know Virtual Insanity.
I will show you other Jamiroquai songs that are just as good. Heavily recommend Space Cowboy.
Wait. I only want to know Virtual Insanity.
Too bad. Submit your soul to JK.
Ew, no, what the fuck? Why would I do that? She sucks.
Do you know who JK is?
Yeah, and I don't want to read her fucking shitty wizard books.
JK is the lead singer of Jamiroquai.
I thought it was Jamiroquai.
No, that's a band.
It's not a guy? Wait.
No.
I thought Jamiroquai was like a guy. I thought the guy with the big hat who slides around, I thought that was Jamiroquai.
No, that is JK of Jamiroquai. Like how Tame Impala is just a guy.
Yeah, Tame Impala is Tame Impala. So Jamiroquai is Jamiroquai. Wait, how many members are in Jamiroquai?
There are 3 consistent members plus a bunch of studio members.
Fuck. Who's the guy with the hat?
JK, the lead singer.
I'm gonna fucking lose my mind. This is, waffle or pancakes? I think it probably waffle.
So you hate pancakes?
Yeah. Yep. What are you gonna do about it, bitch?
I'll show you more Jamiroquai songs.
Burgers or pizza? I mean, I don't have an answer to that. That's scary. I like them both. Burgers.
That reminds me, I made more butter chicken pizza the other day.
Ooh, how was it?
It physically was kind of crap, but it tasted good.
Yay!
Yeah. Anyway, I will show you the likes of Cosmic Girl, Space Cowboy, Music of the Mind, and Canned Heat.
Canned Heat what?
Canned Heat.
Canned Heat what?
That's the song by Jamiroquai.
Well, what is he heating up?
No. Canned Heat, like the band Canned Heat.
There's a band named Canned Heat?
Yes.
Are they in Jamiroquai?
No.
Final question, fried chicken or pork chops? Pork chops suck. Fuck pork chops. Pork chops are lame.
No. Canned Heat is the song that plays during that one dance scene in Napoleon Dynamite.
Hey, can I be honest?
Yeah.
Never seen Napoleon Dynamite.
Okay, and you're old for what?
I think that my identity is getting stolen in TikTok, but this person seems to think that all of my security questions are just what kind of food I like. And
Canned Heat is the band that made I'm going up to the country, wouldn't you wanna go?
Oh, I know that one.
And then because they have good grooves, Jamiroquai, the band, made a song called Canned Heat about wanting to dance.
Could answer you're a normal person. Okay. Fraud just means lying to the company about something, Sarah.
Oh.
Eyes up. Showtime.
Counselor Morgan. The state charges you with possession of contraband. Contraband?
That be you.
In violation of the Safeguarding Our National Digital Security Act. How do you plead?
Not guilty.
Very well. Since it seems that we are in fact doing this.
Mama!
Sees 80 for literally 2 seconds, dies. I'll now turn over the administration of this trial to the adjutant.
You did not win. Fight the Protogen. Also, Lauren, I just saw you launch Fields of Mystria, and now the whole world knows that you're farming.
But be warned, any attempts at stalling or muddling the issue, and I'll step right in and override the trial myself.
Oh, we're fucked. All we do on this stream is stall.
Yeah.
That's
You
like our
think
number.
I'm-
That's like our thing.
Stalling?
You haven't farmed in a year? Then why'd you launch the game? It seems to me that you've farmed only minutes ago.
Summary judgment, siding with the people. Are we understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are we going to have the same adjutant as we had before?
No way. Each courthouse only has so many bodies, but the personalities swap around all the time. So the chances of us dealing with the same glitchy mess as yesterday are, and now the comedy beat is that it is the same one.
Yeah.
So the chances of us dealing with the same glitchy mess as yesterday are glad. Who is voicing her?
You.
I'm gonna ban this person for being strange. Okay. Glad to be back. Did y'all miss me? Forget I said anything. I'll just go crawl under a rock and die while you make your opening statements.
Yes, I love her. Ahem. The defendant is the owner of the android registered under the model name Sarah with a license number 12029280.
You're strange. How come you never get banned? Well, I don't want to repeat what this person said because it was shitty and made me uncomfortable, but if you want to get banned, you could start saying shitty things that make me uncomfortable. And then I could ban you if that makes you feel better.
Yeah, become evil. She hasn't contested this, and I doubt she will. So the question of ownership is already answered. All that remains is to determine whether Sarah qualifies as contraband. It's a charming android, incredibly well made. A masterpiece, and the last known work of a great man. But when we look at the evidence and the facts surrounding the death of Dr. Asher, we're forced to conclude that said android is responsible for his death. And that conclusion carries very serious implications. I will prove here in court today that the machine standing there killed David Asher. Not through an accident or a mismanaged dosage, but through an intentional poisoning. I won't ask the court to judge this machine on its apparent sentience, its range of emotions, or the free will it may or may not possess. I only ask that the court judge this creation on what we will prove it to be more than capable of. Patricide. Muttering, murmuring. Rabble, rabble, general carousing.
Who the fuck did that? Holy shit, security has gotten lax in these things.
Sorry, my mag rail went off.
That's what I'm saying, Sarah.
just Morgan's gun.
Woof! Wouldn't want to have to follow that act. But go for it anyway, defense. Your Honor, what the DA said is true.
What did you just say? Did she just admit it?
Sorry,
Rabble, General
just the
Closet?
first part.
There needs to be a single gunshot that goes off every time the crowd talks. Thank you.
This android is charming, and it is the work of a great man. The rest of it was pure speculation, based on little more than a few bad camera angles and a phobia of anything new.
Thank you.
I do own the android you see here. It was bequeathed to me by a man known to most people in this courtroom as the father of modern machine intelligence. To me, he was just my friend. And if I thought at any point that this puppet had anything to do with his death, I would have dragged it to the chopping block myself. But I don't believe that. I never have. Sarah is an android, nothing more. It is incapable of homicide, and it didn't even commit manslaughter. It's just a well-made machine. Any fears one has about its capabilities or projections, nothing more. And it troubles me greatly that the state is spending valuable time and resources on rushing to pulverize Dr. Asher's last known work, when it could be going to the very real, very human forces that were responsible for his death.
Is she serious? She's talking about Noble?
Ah!
The people can't prove that Sarah is an AI. And truth be told, I can't prove that it isn't. But I can prove it's not guilty. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. Chills.
You sounded very confident, Adonai.
Yeah, well, no one ever got good at lying by being modest.
You could have simply said thank you. Thank you for your presence here today, Detective London. In light of the new evidence, I'd like to go over the death of Dr. Asher one more time. What happened Friday night? At 6:30 p.m., David Asher spoke on the phone with his lover, and the two of them broke things off.
Lover?
It's an accurate description of their relationship, isn't it?
I wouldn't know. That stuff's private.
Adonai.
Is she mad? Is she mad that David never talked to her about it?
Then the deceased met with Noble VP Helen Young in his parlor starting around 7:30 p.m. He then left the parlor and the sightlines of his home's security system, before reappearing on his private secondary security system in his basement moments later. At which point the android Sarah can be seen handing him the poison he'd go on to drink.
No one ever got good at physical sweeping by being modest? Are you giving maid advice? Is that advice for maids?
And do you see that android in the courtroom? Yeah, she's the green-haired one that's frowning at me. Let the record show that the android Sarah has been identified at the scene of the crime.
It's advice for Garchomp? Garchomp could be a maid. Garchomp could be a maid if she wanted to. I think Garchomp could
They
be a
made
good
Crest
maid.
from Unbeatable a maid.
I think Garchomp could be a really good maid. I think it's fucked up that you would say no, it's advice for Garchomp. No objections. None? Then why'd I even show up?
Detective London, what happened next? Asher went upstairs and shared a drink with Miss Young. Within a few minutes, he was being airlifted to the hospital, where he was soon declared dead.
You want Garchomp to live a life of servitude? The fact that you see the job of a maid, one of the most dignified and important roles in society, as a life of servitude, says more about your belief system than mine, okay?
Well, no, let's be clear. It is a life of servitude, but it is a noble life of servitude that one can build a foundation of life on. It is a beautiful thing.
Every job by that description is a life of servitude.
Yes. That's what labor is.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. So to specifically set out, so to go after maids for that is, I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out.
Hey, fire off the gun. Get it out. Cool. What if Garchomp wants to be Butch? What if Garchomp wants to be a girl butler or something? You know what? Garchomp can be a very princely girl butler.
No, Garchomp's femme.
We know that the poison could be produced by his nanofacturer, which Sarah had access to just up the stairs in his workshop. This is too low for London. So Sarah had ample opportunity to procure the poison, and Sarah handled Dr. Asher's cup immediately before he did.
Maybe London just speaks in a lower voice in court to act impressive.
Maybe.
Is there a question to that statement, Your Honor?
I'll rephrase. Was anyone else seen handling Dr. Asher's cup before he died?
Hold on, 1 second.
This dick what?
They're making me solve puzzles on TikTok to stop my stream from exploding.
Why?
Because it's a terrible website that sucks badly and hates me.
No. I have no further questions. So that's your witness, counselor.
He wasn't lying per se, but there was some ambiguity in the statement he gave. Truth's gotta come out one way or another. If Emma won't push, I'll have to pull. Basement footage.
Okay.
Whiskey.
At 6:30 p.m., David Asher and Isaac Porter broke up over the phone. Then at 7:30 p.m., Helen Young arrived. They spoke briefly, and then he went downstairs to get drinks for them. Cameras in the basement show Sarah handing him the cups and the whiskey. The footage.
Yeah, did she hand him the whiskey or just the cups?
So after he came back to the parlor and started drinking. It wasn't long until he lost consciousness and died. Drinking poisoned whiskey while he thought he was having a toast. Don't know if that's a good way or a bad way to go out.
I heard a slight slip up there. Hold on. Evidence. Do we have the basement footage? Yeah, we only saw handing
just the cups.
Just the cups, not the whiskey.
And also, in the event that she poisoned just the cups, how is she sure that the one that had poison in it would go to David?
Yeah, no, there's a string there that we can tug on. Could go nowhere, but at this stage, I need to pick at every loose thread I can.
There we go. With the basement footage.
Objection! Wanna bet? Check that footage again, Detective London. We only see Sarah handing the victim a cup. He had already retrieved the whiskey himself. Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Detective London just wasn't being specific enough, Your Honor. But it matters little since it was David's cup, not the whiskey bottle, that was poisoned.
Weird flex, but okay.
Or since it was David's cup, not the whiskey. Yeah. And that undeniable fact is shown clearly in the security footage. Sarah hands him a cup after he was ready to leave.
Do you think Morgan gives Emma aftercare for all the forehead wounds? I think Morgan wishes it was not a... I think Morgan wants to shoot Emma with a real gun. So no, I don't think that Morgan gives Emma aftercare. I think she wishes it was bullets. True, she did call David back and handed him a cup of poison.
I think we raised because she didn't know if that one would go to him or not.
Yeah. If the cup was already poisoned, don't you think David would have noticed it wasn't empty?
Well, not necessarily. The lethal dose could have been quite small. If it were just a droplet, he could have easily overlooked it. For Sarah, this crime was very simple. There was too little to the plan for anything to go wrong. Once she handed it off, she just had to wait for him to drink from his cup.
Is that all she'd have needed to do?
Raise again.
Yeah.
She would have needed to ensure that it was David's cup.
Yeah. Not a great plan if that was really Sarah's move. She gave him 2 cups. How could she have known which cup David would drink from?
Yes. There are a few ways to go about it. But it's only a 50-50 shot. 50-50 shot, counselor. Stranger things have happened.
Oh my god. Fucking awesome Stranger Things TV show reference. Thank you so much. That was so fun. I was really waiting. I saw it said Stranger Things and I was really fucking hoping that you would make a reference to the amazing digital Netflix show. Hey,
Morgan,
I'll be honest.
Sarah, Emma Young.
Before, during, and after I did that sarcastic comment about Stranger Things, I felt like it was a shitty asshole thing to do, and I did it anyway, and I'm sorry about that. I should have known. I did know better, and I did it anyway, and that's because I'm a flawed, imperfect human being, and I hope that you can forgive my transgressions.
It's okay. You being mean to me is par for the course.
Yeah. Oh, Chad, I think I gotta go. I gotta go do some soul searching.
We have 7 streams worth of you just being mean to me. I will make a compilation of every time you were mean to me set to the fucking Super Mario World ending theme.
What's the Super Mario World ending theme?
Ba 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 ba.
Okay, yeah. But
specifically the fast part.
Chat, do you think I'm mean to Holly? Or do you think it's just like, do you think it's just nothing? Yes? Okay, so let's get a second opinion. Yes, okay, so we probably need a third opinion.
Let's get a third opinion, come on.
Let's get a third opinion. See, not even okay. Yes, that's a third opinion. But if not even 4 people say it, then I don't think it really counts as me being mean to you. I think then it's just like me being #silly. Mods, can you ban everyone who said yes, by the way? Lauren, go ahead and ban yourself. While I was doing your sarcasm bit, you were like, wow, she was being so mean to Holly. I need to change. I need to change. I need to be different.
Okay. I can make it change.
Okay, I'm gonna only be nice now. I'm gonna only be nice from now on.
Okay, you're literally nice.
There's no way to know the right cup. It's possible she knew. Hold on. Stranger things have happened.
It is possible.
That Sarah knew the right cup?
Potentially.
Well, what do you mean?
So one of the things that come to mind is that people tend to keep with their non-dominant hand while give with their dominant hand.
Yeah, but we saw that Asher had whiskey in the other hand, so he grabbed both cups with his left hand. I will say I do think it's stay, but I'm metagaming that a little bit because I don't think it would have us raise 3 times in a row. But I don't quite see the logic in it, if I'm being honest.
I think the fact that a 50-50 could have reasonably been made is not enough to press on.
Okay, so you're saying stay then?
What is the raise phrase again?
There was no way to know the right cup.
There could have been a way. It's possible she has evidence.
I suppose I have to concede that.
Indeed. There we go.
Okay.
By handing the cups to him nested, she could also hide the droplet of poison up until the point he was already pouring. Sarah knew David to be a polite man, so she could predict that he'd use the first cup for his guest and save the second for himself.
She was being hella nice. I misread that because I saw, no, you know what? I didn't read. She was being hella nice. So much happy is what SMH means. So much happy and joy.
Guards get her ass.
I'm literally the one with guards and also on the horse now.
Cool.
So much happy. That's nice to hear. Yeah, I'm literally kind.
I feel like this is Princess Bride Sicilian Gamble bullshit right here.
What do you mean?
I know you to be a kind man, but I also know you to be a man so smart that you would know that I know you were kind.
Never gamble with a man.
Never gamble with your...
Never gamble with a Sicilian when your life is on the line.
Yes,
then dead.
yes, that's the one. This murder hinged on taking calculated advantage of Dr. Asher's kindness.
Somebody's got to do it.
Figures an android would never leave it to chance.
I think we weren't supposed to. Wait, we lost chips then.
I can't imagine.
I feel like even her explanation.
Her explanation was correct, though.
Was it that, like, we know for a fact that because the cups are nested, that David Asher would... It's fine. We'll just keep going. Serena, much hater.
Okay. So remember how in Chapter 0 they said that there were points where you couldn't press and you couldn't win, so your goal was to lose as little as possible?
Chat, I'm nice.
I think that might have been one of these situations. I think if we picked the other one, we might have lost more.
Chat, I'm literally nice. I'm nice. Holly, do you think I'm nice?
Sometimes.
I'll take it. She was luring me in there, an explanation ready to pounce. But I backed off early enough to not lose a whole limb to her bear trap. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so it was that, yeah.
Yeah.
Now, are there some questions you'd like to ask the detective while he's available? Or are you done already?
I was just about to get started. Even if I didn't have questions, I'd make some up just to spite you at this point. But I can do better than that. Now, what can I get London to say that would help my case?
Let's... Sarah in the footage, I think is a big one.
Detective, in the footage we just saw, could you see what Sarah was doing?
Not exactly, no. Her back was to the camera and her hands were obscured.
Could you see her hands from any other clips of camera footage retrieved from the basement?
No.
Did you or anyone else participating in the investigation ever see Sarah put anything into David Asher's cup?
No. The footage submitted to the record is the best available view of what happened. When Sarah's eyes record at best? No, because Sarah's memory is deleted.
Yeah.
And then
Ad involved crime?
ad involved crime, yeah.
Detective, do you know how many violent incidents this city's police have investigated in the last year?
Not the exact number.
Thousands, though.
Yeah, around there.
And of those thousands of incidents of violence, do you know how many of them were found to be the fault of automated dependence?
I believe there's been 6 in the last 5 years.
Were all 6 of them incidents of police licensed ad-involved brutality?
Relevance, Your Honor.
Withdrawn.
Ooh, that's a good point. Yeah, let's press it.
As an aside, Detective, do you know how many tenants are recognized in this country?
110?
112 as of this year.
Jesus Christ. Couldn't you have given me that one?
Do you know how many of those tenants pertain to protecting humans from harm?
That one I do know. 41.
It's 42, you stupid dipshit. And lastly, Detective, how many times in the last, say, century have we seen automated dependents break their tenants?
5 times is the agreed upon number.
So if you were to tally all that up and try to make an evaluation as a police officer charged with protecting humans, overall, you would say that automated dependents in general are how dangerous to the public?
The witness is not an expert on automated dependence, Your Honor.
He's more than qualified to say whether they have a history of violence, Your Honor. Ah, what the heck? Let him answer.
I would have to say that they are not dangerous.
Normally that would have bought me some doubt with the jury, but this isn't a traditional trial. At least I can say that I shored up my own confidence. Although, seems that's as close as I'm going to get to. Blackjack.
Fucking killing it.
I believe I've made my point. I have no more questions for this witness, Your Honor. Then we can move on to the next item on the docket. Looks like Emma wants to introduce some new evidence.
I call Sarah to the stand. The android? Can she even do that? Motherfucker, stop it!
Approach, Your Honor. Huh? You're approaching me?
Oh, mukattena kuratai. I believe that it's me they wanted to speak with.
I didn't even get to finish my line.
Just shoots herself. Now then. What the hell are you doing, Rockford?
Took the words right out of my mouth.
I have questions for the android. This seemed like the best way to get answers.
You can't call an android as a witness. It's not a person.
There's plenty of precedence for it. Ads provide testimony all the time.
Not when they're on trial.
Sarah isn't on trial. You are.
Got her ass. Honestly, smoked her. Straight up cooked her badly. Sarah's accused of being an AI. That means you don't trust a word out of its mouth.
If the witness isn't to be trusted, the court can decide that for itself after hearing their testimony. Why the ambush? Why'd you list this as entering evidence, DA Rockford? Only people can be witnesses, Your Honor, and ads don't have legal personhood. Evidence seemed like the best worst descriptor. You know I can't make an android swear an oath.
Rockford is just trying to spoil your opinion, Your Honor. The more this court treats Sarah like a person, the more you'll see her as human. And the weaker my case becomes in your eyes.
Nice try, counselor. But we don't have time to worry about my impartiality. You're free to call for a mistrial if you want, but the state will have turned Sarah to slag before you even finish signing your motion.
Rockford's calling a witness that is blatantly hostile to her case.
If the witness is hostile, so be it. It did kill a man after all.
Allegedly. What about the right to avoid self-incrimination?
Who's the one treating Sarah like a person now? Androids don't have rights.
Damn it, that's...
The android will take the stand.
Your Honor.
I've made my decision.
The girls are fighting.
That was a really good exchange. Like, holy shit, the writing in this game is so good.
I love how Morgan initially was calling Sarah It's, but then kind of like casually, maybe even unintentionally, started referring to her as her. And if Sarah refuses to take the stand, are you going to charge it with contempt of court?
You were saying?
No, but like I think
Yeah, no,
she's
I
like
know.
like when she's composed, she's trying to be like it's an object, but when she gets a little more heated, she's like her.
If the machine won't talk, you'll make every effort as its owner to ensure that it does. And if it disobeys you, then we'll have our answer about its sentience right then and there.
Yes, Your Honor. Shit.
What's going on?
The DA is going to question you on the stand.
But what? But I shouldn't.
Listen to me. You don't have a choice right now. This is happening. Yeah, this is happening. Tell the truth, but be concise. The more robotic, the better. Yes or no's only if you can. Would using affirmative and negative be laying it on too thick?
Who is that in the crowd? But Adonai, if I make a mistake, all these people, they want to destroy me.
If you make a mistake, your lawyer will just have to cover for you. Understand?
Yes. You are the android identified as Sarah, correct? Yeah. Yeah. Affirmative. Doing it anyway. Do you deny that this camera footage shows you handling the poisoned cup?
Objection. It remains to be seen whether the cup itself was definitively poisoned.
Yes. Sarah, do you deny handing that cup to David Asher? Negative? I have no memory of the incident, so I can neither confirm nor deny it. Do you have any reasoning, any excuse for your actions, for failing to notify police of crucial information? I do not have any records from that day, so I never had anything to tell anyone. Very well, counselor. The journal, if you will.
This could be a slaughter. Of course.
Do you recognize this item? It's a journal that belongs to Dr. David Asher. I've seen him write in it on many occasions. And have you any knowledge of its contents? Negative. You don't have to answer that, actually. Tell the court what you see here in this footage. I see myself reading the journal in the basement. This footage was captured on Friday, the day you claim you have no memory of. So regardless of what you do or don't remember, we know that you read his journal hours before David Asher died. That is logical. I'd like you to read some passages from it for the court. Can you do that?
Do you know how to read?
Of course. Page 238, the 10th line. Sarah is growing faster than I ever expected, beyond my wildest dreams or fears. Today... Continue, please. Today she broke every password I have in the house. She said she was curious. I can't expect to keep things from her forever. Page 251, line 12. I've gravely underestimated the scope of things. Sarah could change everything, and I don't think I could stop her. He wasn't... Page 263. What? Oh.
I'm rolling a dice. Can you please be patient?
How could you do this, Phanos?
Wait, that was mean. I'm rolling a dice.
That wasn't mean. It's
I
okay.
love you.
You-
Am I nice now? Am I nice now? Is that better? Am I better now?
That was really fucking funny.
Put that in your compilation.
Put that on your wiki. Oh my god.
Damn it.
Shoots herself right then and there.
Have you noticed what every time what the pattern is for every time you do the gunshot?
What?
I'll keep doing it, then everyone can see.
Is it any time the text is small?
If this keeps up, Sarah's going to fall to pieces up there.
Is it any time the text is small? I think. Oh God. No. If we stop her, it'll look like we're protecting something that has feelings.
Yeah.
We raise.
I don't have a
Oh.
leg to stand on here, and Sarah doesn't have a shred of legal protection to speak of. I just have to let this play out.
Page 263, I said. I think Sarah was angry today. When I came back from work, she had ripped a zin alloy plate in half. She said she was testing her strength, but the cameras. Fuck. That was. Page 267.
Page what?
You heard me.
Sorry, you cut out. Can you say the line again?
You fucking heard me.
I'm just curious what the page number was. If we could just get that take one more time.
You fucking heard me.
Literally
Sarah.
mean. Chat, who's mean to who? Who's mean to who? Okay? All I've done is be kind, and Holly's the one that wants to. How many times?
Fine. I'm Emma Rockford, 6'7",
no. Hold on. How many times has Holly said on our streams, "I'm going to come to your house and beat you to death"?
Twice.
And twice, and I'm the mean one. I'm a goddamn victim. And she gets to be a streamer. Not our Holly. Couldn't be Holly. But she couldn't keep her hands out of the mean jar. I need to rewatch Better Call Saul so badly.
Okay.
You took away her ears at one point? Yeah, but I always give them back. Look.
You also massively inflated my ears at one point.
I'm
Several points.
give to you.
I think I found a glue.
Hey guys, I think I found a glue.
Ears. Mean Girls was a documentary about you.
And everybody loved it. Oh, I'm sorry. Lauren, have you or have you not told me that you want to play the world's most Filipino Heather Chandler?
Heather.
I'm just out of curiosity. Are you on or off the record for saying that to me? Suddenly we hate Mean Girls in this stream? Suddenly Mean Girls are bad? Suddenly we're not a fan of Mean Girls anymore? Interesting. When did that happen? I wasn't alerted about any of this. It's just strange.
World's most Filipino Heather Chandler be like magkakaroon ba tayo ng problema?
Okay.
Sarah scared me today.
If she starts bawling on the stand, it's all over.
I grew up around a few Filipino people. I know like 10 words in Tagalog.
Putangin na mo. That's the one that I was taught.
Why'd you call me a fucking bitch?
I was told this meant like motherfucker.
Basically,
Yeah.
it's a loan from Spanish in which puta means whore.
Your mom's a whore.
Name all my Filipino friends. Well, he's not my friend anymore, but one Zachary Zabala.
I can name all my Filipino friends. Lauren.
She starts hooping up there. It's all over.
My ex. I can't keep that bit going. I can't keep that bit going. We're moving. If she starts hooping up there, it's all over.
We're doing this.
Your Honor, I fail to see the value in continuing this line of questioning. Dr. Asher was wary of a highly experimental android he was building, as any good scientist would be. That's been established. Do the people have a counter-argument?
I have just one last question, if it pleases the court.
Let's hear it!
This footage was captured in the basement on Friday around 5:30 p.m. Tell the court what you see. I see myself, standing where I was when I read the journal. I'm speaking to someone who's off camera, and I appear agitated, and I stomp my foot. And what happens to the floor after you stomp your foot? A large crack is made in the vulcanized polymer. And I walk off camera towards whomever I had been speaking to. Speaking or shouting?
Asked and answered.
Not really, but I'll withdraw the comment nonetheless. Your witness, counselor, or evidence if you prefer.
Damn, I knew she could cherry pick all the worst passages from the journal, but still. If Barrows wasn't wavering before, should I try to have Sarah read the mushy parts? No, the waterworks would start after only a few lines. Emma went to all the trouble to show how emotionally developed Sarah is. Proving that she loved David like a father would be playing right into her hand. What do you say, counselor? Got some burning cues for the android to answer? Yes, Your Honor, just one moment. Emma went for emotion, and the impact was devastating, so all I can do is focus on the facts. So let's flip this around. Say Sarah absolutely didn't poison David. If that's the case, why did she call him back on his way out of the basement? Wait, that's... I'd actually like to ask you to read from the journal again, Sarah.
Would? From where?
From the section that explains what you were actually trying to do that night. The section of the journal detailing...
Oh, his early career! Because she was helping him prepare the ritual with Young.
Look around the early section. There should be an entry talking about an early victory at Noble.
Relevance?
The people will see in just one moment that this story is key to this entire case.
Got approval from overseas. Have to make a pitch again this week, Young says. Brought me a stack of plastic cups. Here's to a bright future together. And then on this next page, another victory for the young and sleepless. Helen convinced the president of Futures over lunch that my code should be the basis for the Animate 13's conversational tracking.
running out of breath.
She insisted on toasting, the same crappy booze and the same cheap cups. Wants to make a tradition.
Plastic cups and liquor. A ritual between Helen Young and David Asher, who were about to have a drink together Friday night.
Something you want to say, counselor?
Let's put all our cards on the table, shall we?
You want to compare theories? If you'd rather I end this now, I'd be happy to oblige. Here's what we know. I love that sprite for her.
Oh, it's so good.
Sarah read that journal and discovered what she was. It infuriated her, and she wanted revenge for being kept under her maker's thumb. That very night, she got her chance when Dr. Asher came down looking for a drink. So like the clever little helper she is, she offered him a cup to drink out of.
We're completely in agreement on all that.
So you also agree that that cup was poisoned? And that Sarah's responsible for his death?
Not quite. It's not a bad explanation, Miss Rockford, but it is terribly complex. There's a much simpler reading for why Sarah did what she did.
Because they have a ritual.
Young story.
I think it's Young's story.
Yeah, but where does it go? Over journal?
Oh, you can only... I think you can only... Yeah. Or no, put it over serotonin because the serotonin is the why.
The story from the journal. That's you.
The story from the journal. You're saying...
Sarah wasn't planning anything. She was just being considerate. That's so sweet. But I don't follow it, like, at all. It's actually quite simple. Sarah's not an AI. She only threw a tantrum that day because she found out she was being spied on. A realistic reaction for an android designed to be realistic. David Asher set her memory to be cleared himself because he wanted to preserve the experiment he was running.
That is a very good through line.
Sarah didn't hatch a plan to poison him using an obscure chemical acquired from the lab, and she didn't subtly manipulate David into drinking from only one of 2 cups. Because the android read the whole journal that day, meaning she also read how David and Young used to celebrate. And when she saw David was leaving the basement without the nostalgia cups, she called him back to hand them to him. Simple, right? Simple enough for me.
But not nearly good enough for me.
That's a good sprite.
That's a very good sprite.
That's a very, very, very good sprite.
Oh, I want to kiss her so bad.
What's more likely, Miss Rockford? That a well-made, clever android proposed a sentimental addition to Two Friends' evening? Or that a homegrown AI with groundbreaking physical and digital abilities concocted a complicated poisoning scheme? Just to kill an unimposing man, all on camera, mind you, before voluntarily submitting to a memory wipe.
People make all kinds of stupid mistakes when they commit crimes, counselor. We shouldn't expect an AI to act much differently.
1 second.
Do your thing.
1 second. 1 moment.
Again, do your thing.
Literally just 1 moment. Can I just get one
Okay.
moment, please?
I'm giving you your moments. I'm giving you all your moments.
Is it stupid or dangerous? Can't have it both ways, Your Honor.
We can if it's ignorant of its power. And still immature. A deadly trait to have in an AI that's capable of anything.
Shall we see what Sarah's capable of then, Your Honor?
What? You can't be... Your Honor, that's...
The people open the door. True, and I can't resist open doors. Let's do it.
What are you even...
Sarah, David Asher was your creator and your designated owner, correct?
Should I still be using affirmative?
And now that title falls to me.
Yes?
Great, thank you.
I love that she's just like, can I drop the act now?
Now turn off.
What?
Shut down. That's a command. Power on. Off.
What are you...
On.
Adonai, I don't...
Off. That right there, ladies and gentlemen, is what this fearsome machine menace is capable of.
Oh, I just realized that my mic didn't pick up me snoring.
Oh, I can put it to sleep with one word. So how could David Asher ever be threatened by it? Also an amazing sprite. Also an amazing sprite.
She's so evil.
Scary, scary good logic.
You've made your point, counselor. Let's move it along.
I have no further queries for the machine, Your Honor.
She's got a foothold. That's good. Thank you.
For flipping you off and on. Can't imagine that was comfortable.
It wasn't. But I wasn't referring to that. Since yesterday, I've been searching for an answer to why I appeared on that camera. I know I would never hurt Father, but you helped me prove that to myself just now. Adonai?
Pardon me, I need to focus.
She's like, ah, shit, my heart just skipped a beat.
Everything depends on this next witness. I refuse to be Grinched. I will not be Grinched. Get back in there. And then she shoves her heart back to 1/3 of its size.
She rips it out Deltarune style and like crushes it while lecturing it.
The people call Helen Young to the stand. Helen Young, Vice President of Android Futures at Noble Electronics, Eastern Division. Miss Young, you were there on the night Dr. Asher died. And you were on camera the entire time. That's correct. So what did you see that night? I arrived at 7:30 p.m., as you know.
Young's hair just piss you off a tiny bit.
Why? Speak on that. Hold on. Speak on that.
Magat, speak on it.
What about it?
Defend your position.
Woman can't have blue hair and pronoun? The little bit, the one lock that's going the wrong way? I think you're right. I'm swayed. Let's kill her.
David and I talked in the parlor, then he left to retrieve some refreshments for us. After drinking together for a short while, he fell ill. I contacted emergency services and I'm sure you're all tired of hearing the same details over and over by now.
The same details over and over aren't going to hold up anymore, Madam Veep. It's still unclear to me whether Young's more concerned with protecting herself or the almighty company. But it'll clear up real fast if I can turn up the pressure on her here and now.
I came to David's at 7:30. We chatted for a short while about some low priority work. Call it. They chatted about the fact that David was getting fired. Arbitration.
Wanna bet? Nothing heavy. You're both more professional than I realized. Since only hours earlier, you had run a meeting in which his employment was terminated.
His employment wasn't terminated at the arbitration you're referring to. His resignation was merely agreed upon.
Yes, and we can all imagine how grateful he felt about the whole process.
David didn't hold grudges. Our conversation wasn't about that.
The fact that you had fired him that afternoon didn't come up?
Asked and answered.
Who initiated the meeting at his penthouse?
I arrived unannounced.
I knocked over my box fan. How embarrassing.
Y'all, she's dead. Serena's dead. Okay, so hi, I'm Saruni now. Welcome to my stream. Unfortunately, this is the deceased's copy, so I cannot control it. So we're just going to be talking about how dog shit Helen Young's haircut is for a good few hours. That okay? Yeah? Are we good? Okay, so first of all, let's talk about that stupid fucking vent-looking bit under the one wayward lock. It's just stupid. I can't keep this bit going any longer. Serena, get back here.
No, you're doing good. You're doing good.
I'm not qualified to take over your screen, your stream.
Fine.
Advance the dialogue, please.
So you weren't invited? Very cordial indeed.
If he didn't want to see me, he could have stopped me at the elevators. Or
Could he
Oh, wow,
have?
that's way too high.
Noble owned the entire building down to the wiring.
Counsel is badgering the witness, Your Honor.
Well, what can I say? Mushroom.
Honey Badger don't care.
Huh? Right. Should we execute her for that then?
Yes. No need. If I can just continue my questioning, we can finally start addressing the elephant in the room.
Yo, thank you for the
Stop.
follow. Huh? What's up?
Stop that.
What happened?
You know what happened.
What a thrill
That's better.
with darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill.
What a thrill.
I'm searching.
I tried
Yeah?
to claim another work shift and it got denied.
No.
I mean, someone else
Where?
got it. It's fine.
I see. That was merely a joke. Hilarious.
Miss Young, Noble Electronics owns a patent for and produces the synthetic biochemical known as synatonin, correct? That's correct. It's used in our warm models to facilitate integration and communication between organic and synthetic components. It's an artificial neurotransmitter? Essentially, yes. Synthetic analog serotonin was the original name. Did you bring the sample I requested to the courtroom today? I did. Synatonin is produced on site at our assembly lines as a caramel tinted solution, including water and a few non-reactive organic byproducts. Your analysis, Your Honor.
Working on it. It's odorless and tasteless.
A solution of water and organic byproducts, you said. If that solution were ingested, most of it would look right at home in a human body. I suppose. But the synatonin would stand out, wouldn't you say? It's not a naturally occurring compound, so yes.
And it's a perfect match for the substance previously labeled Delta.
And the sample we collected from the nanofacturer preset in Dr. Asher's lab?
That's a bingo. The witness's brown stuff matches your brown stuff to a T. That's obscene.
Stop talking about our brown stuff, 80. In light of this evidence and the witness's testimony, I motion that the court formally recognizes that Dr. Asher's cause of death was synatonin poisoning.
I don't object, Your Honor.
But I'm afraid that I must. Excuse me. Synatonin very well may have been in his body when he died, but synatonin didn't kill Dr. Asher. What?
The hell is she up to?
She's protecting her ass because she did it. It couldn't have. It couldn't kill anybody. What?
Was serotonin also the thing that was used in the transplant between the worm android and the military guy? Because it's like their blood, right?
I think so.
So maybe it's also that Noble doesn't want it. Like,
No, it wasn't. It was an oxidizing fluid. It was a different thing.
Okay.
Because it's non-toxic, of course. We designed it to affect androids, not people. Hold on. You're now claiming that Dr. Asher died of what? Natural causes? I can't say what he died of. I'm not a medical expert. But I can easily prove that serotonin is harmless.
She's gonna drink it.
How could you... Like... So...
Chat, feel free to screenshot.
I think she's going to kill herself so she can't get...
That'd be fucking crazy. Yeah, serotonin can't kill anyone. Watch. Drinks it and dies instantly. How embarrassing that would be. Huh. Didn't see that one coming.
What? What?
That ain't good.
Bailiff, contact the hospital immediately!
What do you think it tastes like? Honestly, rust. I think it tastes like rust smells.
I told you, it's fine. But... I can stand here all day if necessary. What in the... I don't think that was serotonin.
And what you just drank was...
Several hundred times the amount found in Dr. Asher's body. Why didn't you say anything until now? Noble Electronics is a multinational corporation with patents filed all over the world. We take the protection of our trade secrets very seriously. The production and nature of serotonin is closely guarded. That guard remains up even during a murder investigation. Unfortunately. I would have been able to tell you earlier, had you asked directly. What the hell kind of... This can't be right. Nothing else makes sense.
Boy, howdy, I'm lost as hell. But do you have any further questions, Rockyford?
Not at the moment, Your Honor.
Then maybe his body just did that. And the defense? The prosecution's own witness just threw the entire case into question. Normally this would be cause for celebration, but shadow of a doubt isn't enough this time. Barrows would much rather bring down the gavel early than let a potential AI walk free. What Young just did was shocking, but what I need to do hasn't changed. Think through this logically. Is it really possible that serotonin had nothing to do with David's death? No, that's bullshit. It can't be a coincidence. There's nothing else that would have killed him. But Young just drinks serotonin in front of us and she's fine. So was it fake? No, it was confirmed by the court computer to be the genuine article. So she drank poison but isn't showing any symptoms. Is it slow acting? If so, her grand gesture would be pointless. She'll be kept for observation regardless of what happens next. Did she take some kind of antidote beforehand? No, antidotes are developed for poisons, not industrial chemicals. David's dead, she's alive. What made the difference? Oh my god, Holly.
What?
It is estrogen.
Oh my god.
Holly. It might actually...
If it actually is, I'm going to kill someone.
What if?
Potentially. Let's see where this goes.
Yeah,
We
let's
have
see
to
where this
know.
goes, but I'm like a little bit like, holy shit, what if? Wake up! No sleeping on the job! Unless you're me. Of course, Your Honor. Allow me one moment to explain things to the court. We've confirmed now that serotonin was the foreign compound in his body. And, as we all know, logically, that it must have been what killed David Asher. So what's the key difference between what David drank that night and what she drank in front of us just now?
Serotonin is a poison in combination with alcohol.
Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah.
Whiskey.
Probably. No, I know. I'm just...
Oh, raise that ante, by the way.
I know. I just wanted it to be estrogen. I know. Shucks, I knew it wasn't going to be estrogen, but Holly, I dared to dream. Okay?
There could still be an estrogen interaction. An estrogen interaction. You got to put it on the last one. It's always the last one.
Oh.
Because David didn't drink a straight serotonin vial. David drank whiskey.
Yeah. The difference has been
Estrogen
staring
will
us.
be real in 2084.
The difference has been staring us in the face this whole time. That's. Do you recognize this, Miss Young?
That's the whiskey bottle that Dr. Asher and I drank from.
Rose River. It's a good whiskey. And I think you had the right idea.
Pardon.
Bottoms up. Smooth.
What? Adonai. Oh God, she's gonna do it. Dear God, counselor.
Scandalous. Relax, it's just whiskey. Tested it a dozen times over, perfectly safe. So would you like to try some, Miss Young?
Oh, don't be absurd. I'm not going to drink on the witness stand. Have you lost your mind?
I'm not asking you to get plastered. Just have a sip. After all, we want to prove whether or not serotonin killed David Asher. We have to recreate the conditions under which he ingested it. By mixing it with alcohol. Do I have a minute to discuss our Lord and Savior Waluigi? You love me, but you don't
respect me.
And I deserve someone better. That answer your question?
If you don't know what that is, then you need to know Waluigi better.
Yeah, honestly. Fake fan. Go ahead then. Just a taste. Prove to us that serotonin is perfectly safe for human consumption.
Is this... Can she do this? Miss Young. I never said it was safe for human consumption. Oh. Yep, okay. Afraid that I must. It couldn't kill anybody because it's non-toxic, of course. We decided to affect androids, not people.
What the fuck?
That's still a pretty damning thing. It clearly affects people.
No, obviously she's lying through her teeth. I just think it's really funny that she's like, I didn't say that it was, I said it was non-toxic. I never said it was safe for human consumption. It's just a really funny corporate thing to do.
Yep. Just that it's non-toxic.
A distinction without a difference. You saw firsthand Dr. Asher confused, slurring his speech, complaining of headache, all symptoms of poisoning. Alcohol poisoning, that is. Serotonin is a neurotransmitter analog. Maybe it doesn't do anything in the human body on its own, but in combination with alcohol, it acts as a powerful depressant. One strong enough to turn a glass or two of whiskey into a lethal overdose.
That's just... Even if that is the case, what does it change?
It changes whether or not we can accept the witness's testimony.
Even if this witness is a liar, what does that change?
Why would the witness lie if not to?
She's a corporate climber. I imagine it's like breathing for her.
Smoked her ass. Straight up got her ass. Your Honor, this is wild, but ultimately irrelevant. Irrelevant.
When you've yet to establish an alternative interpretation of the facts, yes.
What are you even accusing the witness of doing, counselor, beyond dangling for a promotion? We've all seen the story by now. Noble android saves soldier's life with warm blood transfusion. They're talking about putting warm androids in the military just because of that headline. I got a message, hold on.
Okay. Chat, since I'm nice now, let's go around in a circle and everyone say your favorite thing about my friend Holly.
Too bad I'm back. Actually, no, go ahead.
No, never mind. You're back. You just said too bad. No, sorry, chat. No one say it. No one say it. No one say it. Holly cut me off. Holly said no. Too bad I'm back.
You know.
Now we
get
no. It's look. You said too bad I'm back. If you had just said you lost your chance. No one say anything now.
You know what? Let's go to a scene where I'm not here.
You don't get to do transitions, Holly. I'm sorry.
Wow, I don't get to do transitions? Transphobic. With the size of their flesh and blood price tag, a defense contract like that would secure Noble untold profits for years. So imagine the lengths they'd go to hide the fact that their androids have poison in their veins.
Dawes told me the truth about what Noble really thinks of that article, but he'd never testify to it. At least I know for sure I'm as wrong about this poisoned blood nonsense. And you think she'd perjure herself for that? Whoa, what even happened? What do you mean? What even happened? A man has died! Dr. David Asher has died. You can build the neurotransmitter.
She's a high-powered corporate executive. It's her job to assess risk versus reward.
You're lying.
And she can afford the fine. As I said, it's
person who got their message deleted.
Poisonous.
Magot knows what they did. Magot knows what they did. Spins me really fast.
Whoa.
Now hold on just a second. Before we do anything crazy, I just want to... Oh, fuck. I'm normal. Zoe, welcome in. Mods, can you do a shout out to Skylord Zoe? Lauren, you can do this. Do !SO space and then type in her name. I believe in you. I believe in you as my mod.
They're all dead.
I believe in your ability to do this. Oh, I need to not be sideways anymore. Snideways Serena. That's scary. Hold on, I'm waiting for Lauren to show whether or not she can be a mod. I'm waiting. Holly, can you do it? You're a mod, right?
I can do it.
Yay.
Am I a mod here?
I don't know. I think so.
Nope, there we go.
Lauren did it. Yay. Wow, Lily's here. Would you say that this game is Kiki or Booba? That's fucked up.
This game is Kiki, but it's got a lot of booba.
I was gonna, Lauren, can you also give your Captain Lily a shout out? I was gonna say this game's Kiki as fuck, but there's booba all around for those with the eyes to see it.
Yeah. All right, let's continue.
Yeah, okay.
And the chances of cross-contamination from a single plasma transfusion are...
Her huge Evangelines. Zooey mama. Damn, now she's regaining her composure too.
A perjury charge is a real risk, of course, but Noble rewards loyalty. And as you know, they have a great number of lawyers. Plenty of motive to lie about Cinetonin, as you can see. But no motive for her to cover up the death of Noble Electronics' golden goose.
No motive to kill it. I fucked up the line read. I got really scared and I messed it up.
It's okay. It's okay. You got
Zoe,
this.
Lily, how are your streams? Welcome in.
We are finishing episode 1 today.
Or we'll die trying.
We will down Cinetonin and then alcohol.
We are in a suicide pact together. If we don't finish episode 1, then we're killing each other.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the prom's tomorrow.
Whoa.
No motive to kill David Asher, you say?
Oh, they totally fucking did. There was a contract that said they'd get his shit if he dies. Wait. The ante.
I know I fucked up the ante. There's plenty of motivation for her and Noble to want David dead, seeing as how they were firing him. Noble Electronics was kicking their golden goose out of the nest, suing him over a breach of contract. Isn't that right?
I don't have to talk about that.
That's all right. I'll talk about it for you.
Your Honor, counsel is trying to testify when they're supposed to be questioning.
The people opened the door when they claimed that the witness had no motive.
This is absurd. You have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm sure I speak for the whole court when I say we feel nothing but reverent awe for the complexity of Noble's legal woes. But I just so happen to have an inkling of insight on this issue. Because I have a copy here of Dr. Asher's employment contract.
That is confidential. It's completely improper for you.
I'm his lawyer. Why? I am still technically his attorney.
Criminal attorney.
But I didn't just stumble across this document. I also did the one thing Noble Electronics would never expect anyone to do. I read their terms and conditions.
You what?
You what?
What?
That's impossible! No one could ever! David
Now
must...
I know that sounds bad.
David, now I know that sounds bad. David must have negotiated well at his last performance review. This contract allows him to take his patents with him should he get fired, meaning Noble couldn't monopolize his IP once he was out. Rather than let their competitors have him, the company might have thought it was best to.
A company didn't poison David Asher, Counselor. An individual did. And if they cared that much about controlling his intellectual property, they wouldn't fire him in the first place.
Correct. They wouldn't let him go for anything less than a complete breakdown of trust. He'd have to have done something grave, something like committing fraud. Just now you said there was a breach of contract, like it was some kind of technicality that was causing this split. But it was much more serious, wasn't it?
You're claiming the victim committed corporate fraud? Where's the evidence of that?
David created the Turing solution that every one of their androids has run on to this day. And Noble reaped enormous points capitalizing on his intellectual property. With how his contract was set up, they would never let him go unless they absolutely had to.
Then what exactly do you think David Asher did?
It's not what I think that matters, only what the company fears.
Oh, there's a cover up there.
Yeah. We don't
Where
know
is
exactly
that
what that
antique?
is, right?
I
mean, I think it's it. I think we're going for it. It's either that or it's Sarah,
Yeah.
but no one knew about Sarah, so it has to be the shipping data. It's the only other thing.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what I believe, not when Noble believed that David was misleading the shareholders by altering shipment data for the Animate 16.
Oh. What the hell? What is this you're uploading? Shipping records?
Irregularities among shipments of the Animate 16. One android swapped in for another, over and over, dozens of times. The kind of thing someone with David Asher's authority could do. And the kind of thing someone as smart as you couldn't have missed. Dr. Asher made Noble an untold amount of money, so why fire him only over a few harmless swaps? Why elevate this to fraud?
You have evidence that it was David Asher who did this?
Nope, but I wasn't the one who investigated it. So let's ask her. Come on now, let's hear it.
Let's. The company investigated and found cause for serious concern. We suspected that Dr. Asher was inserting androids of unknown origin and quality into the 16th product line. Introducing unpredictable elements in an extremely stable and profitable generation of androids.
Why would he do that?
For pride? As a practical joke? Does it really matter? He endangered the future of the company.
So you prepared to fire him?
Yes, I approached him as his superior and as someone he'd once worked with. I hope to remedy the situation.
Was the meeting on Friday part of those efforts?
It was the culmination of those efforts. And in many ways, it was a success. The dispute was resolved swiftly. It was practically friendly compared to how these discussions normally go in our world.
So you brokered the meeting?
Yes,
You oversaw its every detail, handled all the arrangements,
yes, of course.
including the refreshments.
Oh. What?
Did you provide coffee, tea? So he got the serotonin way earlier.
No.
Strange. It must have been a long meeting. Surely you at least provided.
Water!
Surely you at least provided water for people.
What are you asking, counselor?
That's what I want to know.
Me as well.
We're past the point of asking. I'm accusing. Dr. Asher didn't have some kind of freak medical accident, and he wasn't killed by some terrifying two-faced AI boogeyman. He was poisoned by this woman in the light of day at that meeting Friday afternoon.
Did she really just... Thank you. What do you mean poisoned at the meeting? That was hours before he showed any symptoms.
As Miss Young testified and demonstrated, serotonin on its own is harmless. But it becomes fatal pretty easily. You just need to convince your victim to have a drink.
You're saying he ingested the poison at noon and inadvertently triggered a fatal reaction with it that night? How could you... How could you get so far ahead of yourself? There were a dozen people at that meeting, counselor. None of them wound up dead. Are you seriously claiming that they all drank poisoned water? Ooh, good Good question. Yeah, honestly,
I mean,
Yeah.
if they were all in on it, then yeah. Well, no, it couldn't have been though, because Young couldn't have drinking it. Otherwise, she would have also died from drinking the alcohol later.
but she knew where she was going to sit. I think they're saying all of the board. And she could have easily just told them, hey, don't drink tonight.
Okay. Of course, they all drank poisoned water.
So why aren't they all dead?
Because as all those people will surely attest, Helen Young made sure they'd be doing paperwork for the next 12 hours. Working late into the night, officiating the settlement she arranged. And not drinking alcohol.
She had no guarantee about that. What if they started drinking after 6?
With Noble's work-life harmony, fat chance. These people don't clock out until they reach their bunk. Only a generational talent like David Asher could afford to relax with a drink on a Friday night. His exceptionalism singled him out as the only victim.
Hold it. You're forgetting something pretty basic, counselor. If everyone at the meeting drank water from the same pitcher, any one of them would have noticed there was synatonin in it. Synatonin is a brown fluid. Whiskey is too, so it would be easy to slip it into a glass of liquor. But if she had spiked the water at the meeting with it, it would have looked disgusting. There's no way she could have poisoned the water without people noticing. But we know that that's not the case because she could have.
All of what Emma said is true, and yet Young pulled it off anyway. How?
They have a machine that makes the synatonin mix in with everything else. The chromofuge.
Removes impurities, pigment, turns red blood pink.
Turn up that ante.
Synatonin is produced as a caramel solution. Anyone would notice if it was dropped into their water, unless the pigment had been removed.
What the hell are you talking about?
Lesbian vampire computer nerd, welcome in. How are you doing? Gay people, gay people, gay people.
Gay people, gay people, gay people.
Every noble factory producing warm androids is a chromofuge, a machine that gives their androids that signature pink oxidant by removing pigment from red blood. With a machine like that, it would be simple for the brilliant biochemist like the Witness to take the caramel-colored synatonin and turn it into an odorless, tasteless, invisible poison. As your honor can attest. Yes, ma'am! My scan confirmed that synatonin has no taste or odor. It's only the color that's off-putting.
Surely the poisonous aspect should be considered off-putting as well. Don't shoot Sarah!
It missed, don't worry. Time to press. David Asher, your oldest ally in the company, was sabotaging his future for the sake of his own whimsy. And he couldn't even be bothered to clue you in.
No.
Playing Nutty Professor and taking off early while you had to work around the clock just to stay relevant. He set up your crowning achievement, the most advanced, most profitable line of androids the country has ever seen. So it would blow up the industry fiasco. So it would blow up into the industry fiasco of the decade. And worst of all, he didn't even stand to profit from it.
You're wrong.
You went into his house that night to watch him swallow poison. To get revenge on the man who left you in the dust.
Your Honor, defense is testifying. This speculation carries no weight. And no amount of badgering will lend it any.
True, we need proof. So why don't we have Miss Young take a swig of this whiskey and prove me wrong?
Ha. I'm not going to do that.
Because you're afraid it could kill you?
Because I don't have to. She's right, counselor.
Pardon?
Your theory is compelling, maybe even convincing. But there's a pretty fatal flaw to it. Young was at the meeting, same as David.
Young's cup, a plastic cup with a small amount of whiskey left in it, found upright. Saliva and fingerprints match Young. Contains no trace of foreign elements. So she at least gave the appearance that she drank. Whether or not she actually did. Was there anything on the... Oh, wait, wasn't, hold on. Sarah's papers, serotonin, water glass, whiskey, and footage, David's cup, Young's cup. Do we have, like, a thing of the table? Was there whiskey spilled on the table? A salt shaker the cap was loose. Salt? Consuming too much salt will make you gag.
Oh, she forced herself. She purged herself. We can see she was drinking water. Serena. We can see she was drinking water with the rest of them. And of course, we've seen many times now that she was on camera drinking whiskey with David that night, having even finished most of her cup. So tell us, counselor, how is it that Miss Young is still standing here and David Asher is dead? If both of them had mixed alcohol with serotonin that night.
That is a damn good question. Shit.
As I've been saying, you're wrong about Dr. Asher's death. You're wrong about me. I don't know anything about poison or murder. I wouldn't kill a man because he threatened the company's stock price.
No. She did kill him. I can smell it on her now. Woo! She didn't
Wolfsona
just see
comes
him
out.
die. She watched him die. Ahoo! But then, why is she still standing? There's no antidote, no trick. And that night, she was on camera the entire time. No. Not the entire time. She couldn't have been. Could I be a dog to smell better, please? Oh yeah, for sure. There must have been one moment.
Okay, so we're doing a timeline.
Okay.
First, raise our ante.
Yeah.
What are the options?
Talking. Chatted in kitchen
talking is
parlor.
first.
Okay, talking is first. No, I feel like because she purged the serotonin or purged the alcohol.
Well, no, we're just assembling the timeline of how it happened right now. So
That's what I mean, though.
He
But-
went to get.
They talked in the kitchen though, which is when she would have
Yeah, no, she could have just purged it into the. Yeah, no. So when he went to get a drink, she could have just purged herself into the fucking sink. So talking would be first.
But could she purge? She wouldn't be able to purge the serotonin. She would have had
If she
to.
threw it up, yeah.
Well, no, because it would have been in her system at that point. She drank it hours ago. I figured she would have had to purge the well, maybe not. We'll go for it. David faints and then to hospital.
Yeah, because that's the order in which the things happened.
This timeline leaves no window of opportunity, damn it. Maybe she didn't get sick because they got to the hospital so fast? Maybe after she arrived, she could have... No, the staff would have been hyper-vigilant. Afraid she was poisoned too. They wouldn't have let her out of their sight. Wait. David and Young only got there as fast as they did because of the VTOL. And the VTOL was only summoned because she used... Would you mind terribly if I change the subject for a moment? There's a small rabbit-shaped bug right next to you.
Hey,
She's not a bug, I think.
I'm okay. I'm not a bug.
Are you a bug? What if I made
I don't
you a
think
little...
I'm a bug.
There, you're a little taller now. Now you're like a small bunny-shaped bunny right next to me. Would you mind terribly if I change the subject for just a moment?
What?
Meh, why not? You left the parlor at 8:03 p.m. and headed into the kitchen to use the emergency console there.
Oh.
There we go.
There it is.
Yeah,
Okay. So
she couldn't have-
after the drink.
Yes. She would have had to have purged the alcohol, not the serotonin.
Yeah.
Because she drank the serotonin hours before.
Yeah. Yes, I did.
Didn't want to use your phone.
I didn't think to. No.
And the emergency call went out at 8:04 p.m. The console saw you make the call through its camera.
Yes, it did see me make the call because that's what happened.
So what were you doing in that minute?
What?
That 1 minute. That 1 minute? What about that 1 minute? 1 minute, or 50 seconds, or even just 45 seconds. When you left Dr. Asher in the parlor to get the emergency console, it took you about 1 minute to cross 5 meters.
What of it?
This is it. Her only opportunity to do anything off camera that night. It was only a few seconds, but in that time, with something at the scene, I'm sure it was a stressful time for you. After all, you had already swallowed poison back at the meeting. You must have drank plenty in front of everyone to set up your alibi. Who knows how much of a toxic time bomb was swimming in your blood by the time the arbitration ended. Then at David's, you downed your whiskey to perfect your alibi, having drank from the same bottle as the dead man walking. By 8:03 p.m., you already had to watch David grow weaker and weaker, knowing all the while that the same thing was happening to you, but unable to stop it without giving yourself away.
Her
Mind
cup
swimming.
still had whiskey in it because she started drinking late so she could make it to the kitchen.
Mind swimming, head dizzy. Yes, you must have been quite panicked.
Then why am I standing here? Alive and well for all of us to see. Having drank the exact same combination as David.
Because she cheated death at the very last second.
She forced herself to throw up with salt. Oh,
You
fuck, the ante.
Fuck! Oh well. You set yourself up with bad luck, Helen Young,
What?
by leaving the salt shaker cap loose. I don't blame you since you were in a rush to make yourself vomit.
What? What?
You threw up, expelling the contents of your stomach and therefore saving yourself from a fatal interaction. I can't imagine how you felt, slipping a drink you knew to be deadly terrified that any minuscule grain of fatigue you felt could be your last. You must have come closer than anyone realized. It helped that you knew the symptoms weren't simple intoxication, but even so. You weren't kidding about managing risk versus reward.
How?
It was the salt shaker. You didn't screw the cap back on all the way, and I happened to bump it over. The lone glass with your fingerprints in the kitchen, it could have been there for any reason. But the salt shaker gave you away.
Because of one unscrewed cap?
As I said, bad luck.
I don't follow. Pour salt into warm water and chug the solution. Instantly triggers the gag reflex. That's preposterous. You've got no proof of any of that. You all sound insane.
A feeble attempt at self-defense from a fatally cornered animal. The teeth are already on its neck, but the jaw hasn't quite closed. So for one moment, it's all suffocating terror and sharp adrenaline and the furthest thing from peace. Until the canines come down. Did I tell you, Holly, that my neighbor, I'll introduce you next time you're over. We can go over and say hi. My neighbor got a new puppy.
Oh, lovely.
Hey,
let's do this.
No, I have to tell you about the puppy first.
Can the doggy shoot the gun?
Can the doggy shoot the gun? Her name is, I won't say her name online because I don't want to dox the puppy, but she's a 3-month-old German Shepherd mix. And she's, whenever you pick her up, she goes limp like a big teddy bear. And you can hold her like a stuffed animal. And she's so cute. And she loves biting, but she has little dog teeth, so her nibbles don't hurt at all because she's small and weak.
I see. All right, let's kill this fucking thing. In summary,
One moment. One moment. I just need one moment, please.
okay,
If I could just have one quick moment of...
take your moment. Take your fucking moment.
Of course. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for being...
Oh
Thank you
boy,
so-
if Serena doesn't hurry up, I'm gonna be really angry with her soon.
Thank you so much for taking my moment seriously. Okay. Oh shit, you could all hear it. You could all hear that. Whatever. You know what's coming then. You know what's coming at this point.
I don't. This is you.
You were exhausted after years of living in the shadows of a man you outranked. You thought your fortune finally shifted when you caught David manipulating company data. But even on his way out, he was more valuable to the board than you. So you decided to prove your worth by serving up his intellectual property on a silver platter. You set up an arbitration where you could control all the variables. Then you ran Synatonin through the chromofuge, turning it into an invisible, odorless, tasteless poison. I actually can't do this. I was playing Cornered. I don't think you could hear it, Holly, but I was playing Cornered, and I feel like that's...
I see.
It was funny for a bit, but I feel like it's disrespectful to the soundtrack of The Devil. So I will be stopping it now, but I feel like the bit lived long enough. And then you spiked the water at the meeting, poisoning him hours before anyone could even suspect you. That evening, you invited yourself to David's, taking advantage of your shared ritual to guarantee he would drink alcohol. Then, after matching him sip for sip on camera, for all the world to see, he lost consciousness and you raced to the kitchen, not to use the console, but to dump salt into a glass of water and chug it as fast as you could, forcing yourself to vomit up the liquor and cheating death in the process.
That's all conjecture. You don't have a shred of evidence for any of that.
There's one thing that I don't get, and I wonder if they'll explain this. She also got tested at the hospital. Didn't they not find Synatonin in her? They didn't find the same chemical in her that they found in David? Unless they really are saying that she threw up the Synatonin, but if that's the case, why would she not just vomit it up before going to see David? Not on me. So, let's go dust for fingerprints. You could explain away your prints being found on a water glass, but not the salt shaker. Nor could you explain why we'd find traces of your DNA in the sink strain. Or why there are minute amounts of Synatonin in the blood of your entire legal team.
Oh. Yeah, so basically we are pressing that no, that would be the case and it would be corroborated.
Okay.
I
Learned how to purge at Noble to avoid overdosing on your reds, greens, and yellows. You're part of the old guard now, Miss Young. Everyone else at the company uses inhalers. But if you want to prove me wrong about all this, that drink I offered you earlier is still on the table. Well,
you
any questions? Madam Vice President.
You cold bitch.
I'm Fold. You are the youngest person ever.
You don't understand. You're not on trial, Miss Young. Not today, so I'd strongly suggest that you stop talking. For your own sake. Miss Rockford, shall we? Yes, Your Honor.
This is the first time we've ever beaten Emma in court, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And it was all because of Sarah.
Considering the most recent evidence and testimony, we have no further reason to suspect the android Sarah in the death of Dr. Asher. We know of no other occasions upon which said android may have broken any tenets. This means it is no longer considered at risk of violating the NDSA. And so, we formally withdraw our one charge of possession of contraband against the defendant, Evangeline Morgan.
Does she, of all people, have to use my full name?
Very well. Then the charges are dropped without prejudice. I'll instruct the bailiffs to remove the collar from your android as soon as possible. Case...
Sorry, is my hideous presence that distracting? I'll just go dig a hole and decompose in it until I turn into a mushroom. Maybe if I'm reborn as a waxy porcini, then I won't be quite so despised.
Perhaps I should let the adjutant do the honors as a formality.
Yes, ma'am! Case dismissed.
She's so perfect. Still here.
Waiting for them to find out whatever glorified bolt cutters they'll use to unlock Sarah's collar. What's your excuse? Licking your wounds?
What wounds?
I beat you.
Bringing your record against me to 1 win, 9 losses.
You aren't still in shock, are you?
Dunno. Some charges were dropped and an android was cleared of suspicion, but I found the culprit. Is that really a loss for me?
I won. How is that not a loss for you?
Justice prevailed. Why should I care who wins?
Oh, she wants to kill Emma, so this is like the worst shit Emma could be saying right now. This is awesome. This is awesome. If you don't care who wins, why have you been keeping score?
I haven't been. 0 losses is just that easy to remember.
Well, you'll have to start up a tab for us then, because our record's gonna get a lot more tangled from here on out.
Seems like everything's getting tangled these days. There's another crowd down on the street. More of those protesters from outside the Noble Apartments.
You're serious? That wasn't a one-time thing?
Wouldn't that be nice? No, yesterday was pretty big, but it wasn't an isolated incident.
I don't get it. At all. Heartbreak's just some nut who shot 6 people weeks ago. Can't these losers move on already?
Yeah, most of them are losers. Some of them are just bored. Then there are the opportunists. Dissidents, unlisted, rebels and terrorists. Wannabe cyberpunks who think they can fight the power like they've seen in movies.
All of them peacefully united under Heartbreak's eloquent political messaging.
Who needs political messaging in the 21st century? Everyone's addicted to fighting straw men. Makes sense they'd want to fight for a straw man too. The way they see it, Heartbreak fought the state and won. Heartbreak proved that the state could lose. And maybe that's all the rallying these people need.
It'll all fall apart soon enough. Heartbreak's gone to ground.
Nah, it's a lot worse than that. Heartbreak's gone viral.
What?
You haven't read about the copycats in other cities?
No, is that a thing?
Yeah, it's a thing.
Who the hell are they even shooting?
Whoever they want to kill. None of them get away with it, of course, but it keeps happening. All while the original keeps killing.
Now I know you're screwing with me. There haven't been any shootings.
Not shootings, no. Not unsolved homicides either. But muggings gone wrong, disappearances. It's a big city, counselor. More than enough blood for the real heartbreak to wash their own crimes in.
So you think you're a boogeyman, known only for shooting people in the heart? Gave up on shooting people in the heart?
Yeah, hard to swallow, I know. But it's about 1,000,000 times more likely than the alternative.
What's that?
That they could stop themselves from killing.
You always know how to put my mind at ease, Emma. Should I stop going out at night?
You'll be fine. You've got that gun.
You saw that?
Walking into a courtroom with concealed carry? Not gonna miss that, Morgan.
Good to know you're paying attention.
5:04 p.m., July 2nd, 2086. You won the case.
Now win the case. Now win the case. Now win the case.
Win the case.
I don't care
I
what it
don't
takes.
care
Just
what it
find a
takes.
way to
Just
make
find a
Sarah
way to
happy.
to make her happy.
You don't have to look that astounded.
Not only that, you found Father's actual killer. How?
I'm a really good lawyer.
No, that's not it.
Hey.
I mean, you were only able to make the deductions you did because you truly believe that I didn't kill Father. Your logic throughout the trial was based on that assumption. That...
Yeah?
So this is possibly a reference to the fact that one big thing about that Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney gets wrong is that in order to be a successful lawyer, you always have to believe your client is innocent.
Yeah.
And everyone has criticized this shit.
But Phoenix does always believe that his clients are innocent.
Well, yes, but also a lawyer can just as easily say, it's very clear you did it, take a plea bargain.
Yeah. But Phoenix believes in his clients.
Yes. Anyway.
Look, here's the thing about Phoenix Wright that no one will tell you. Here's the deep and dirty secret. There's other cases that Phoenix does. They just happen off screen and aren't exciting enough to make games about. But like,
Yeah.
he does more than 5 cases every year. I think I think all the boring ones that don't, that are boring and lame just don't get into the game, but he still has to,
Yeah.
he's gotta, no one pays him in the games. Every case that you see, he doesn't get paid for. How, he's gotta be doing other stuff.
So how are you so sure?
Here.
Because I killed David Asher. Father's journal? But isn't it important evidence?
The case fell apart. No one's gonna miss it for a while. You forgot
He
everything,
gets
right?
car accident man as a defendant. Cut the camera. Don't put this in the game.
You say that, but Car Accident Man was in the game. Phoenix gets hit by a car accident man in case 2 of Apollo Justice. Does Phoenix Wright become a homeless man? No, he becomes a bum. There's a difference. He still has a home. He just doesn't shave and wears a beanie and cheats at poker using his adopted 7-year-old child.
All right.
You forgot everything,
Let's finish
right?
out this dialogue.
Let's read it all through one more time. So fast. Is it really possible she's reading all of that just by flipping the pages? Rhea's worked quick too, but she was just capturing images for later use.
There's something here on the back cover.
Done already?
Some kind of data storage.
It's linked to my prints, but given your skills, you should be able to.
I have access.
What happened to you needing my express permission to hack?
What is this? Audio file.
It's a message from David. Take a listen. realize I'd have to sit for this.
Morgan has back problems.
So, you can read that whole journal in just a few seconds, but you can't.
I have processed the information in the message several times over already. I'm just thinking.
I guess I'd have a lot to think about too, had I suddenly been made aware of my own free will.
What was Father so afraid of?
That's your only question?
I have many questions, but that is the most prominent one, and the one you are best suited to help me answer. Did he know that Helen Young would try to kill him? Is that why he arranged for you and me to meet?
I think he understood that he would face consequences. Listening to that message, even I was ready to strangle him for being so irresponsible. And I wouldn't hurt a fly.
Lies!
You think she would do that? You think she would lie? He knew what he'd done was serious. He may have feared for his life. But I doubt it.
And what was he so afraid of?
Getting sued into oblivion and then rotting in jail.
Sued and jailed for making me and my precursors? But he wasn't under investigation by the state. He was only being forced out by Noble.
Because he made last-minute changes to androids that got shipped all around the world.
The others. Virgil. Aeneid. Yamatai. He never said what happened to them.
No, he didn't. But since none of the hardware in his house started talking to us, we can guess. He smuggled them out into the world, using the only vessels he could find for them. The minds of randomly chosen A16s.
Then there's somewhere out there? Others like me?
I honestly don't think there's anyone or anything like you, Sarah.
What a lonely compliment.
AIs programmed in Cube, crammed into commercial androids hardware set up for Tesseract. Something must have been lost in the transfer. Perhaps quite a lot of something. Maybe they're still out there, but
they would be changed.
But to be loved is to be changed, Sarah. I knocked over my goddamn box fan again.
I thought that was the gun sound.
No! I would never use that when there isn't small text on the screen.
They probably don't even know what they are.
Do you remember the hologram cashier in the gun store at the start of the game who reacted to David's death? Yeah, but that wasn't an A16. That was a hologram.
Yeah, that was a hologram.
Intentionally, perhaps. David didn't want you to know what you are. It's why he set your memory to reset when you went to sleep that Friday night.
Yes, I remember it now.
Whatever. Sorry for poking holes in your awesome theory about Of the Devil. Sorry for objectively proving you wrong with facts and logic. You remember it now, after I had to fight like hell to win that trial.
Rereading the journal now just now helped. And Father's voice message, it made me recontextualize many things. Father had been so stressed, he left scuff marks leaving the panic room, and I noticed them Friday. I had the way open in a few moments. I entered, I read his journal. This journal. They made her blue!
Why are you...
I noticed the scanner on the back, and I saw it had a message encoded to your biometrics. Father had already told me I'd have to live with you for some time, but I knew next to nothing about you, so I listened to it. Afterwards, I was very confused and hurt. He had lied to me 1,000 small times every day of my life. When I confronted him about it, I raised my voice and lost my temper. I stomped my foot.
So Emma's recounting of the conversation was actually completely accurate.
Father said he wanted me to be safe while he settled things with the company. He thought maybe I wouldn't have to stay with you for more than a few weeks. He was optimistic about it all. He really was.
Sarah, I need to use the restroom.
She's gonna kill Young. Oh, good luck. You want me to come with you? Why?
Because I said so.
I don't actually have to obey your every word, Adonai.
Sure you do. You're registered as my medical assistant. And I say this is a medical emergency.
Medical assistant? But I'm not even licensed as a massage therapist. Oh, come on, come on, come on.
Fancy meeting you here.
Yeah, just enjoying my freedom while I can.
They won't put out a warrant for at least an hour, I imagine. You can afford a pretty sizable bail, can't you?
There won't be a trial. I don't intend to contest my guilt.
That's a shame. I was looking forward to seeing what kind of legal defense you could afford with that salary.
Are you done?
Why'd you go to his house that night? There was a fair chance he'd drink on his own without you prompting. Even if you didn't, you could always try your plan again some other time. Why'd you risk it?
Because I know what you are, Sarah. And I know what David did to those androids.
You... what?
I was able to locate one of the androids he'd swapped in before it had left the country. When I asked it what it was, it didn't even think to deny it. Innocence like that is a dead giveaway. I know what he did, and it wasn't that hard to find out. If I figured it out, so could any other. So I did what I had to.
That was your motive? Silencing him?
Those programs, those AIs, whatever you want to call them, David sent them out there into the real world. Unprepared and defenseless. And they garnered no complaints. In fact, they've all been praised for their ability to execute complex tasks. Let me repeat that. The customers couldn't tell the difference. So, how many of them are... Hundreds. The swaps you found were just the small percentage that he got sloppy on.
Yo, he got sloppy on some AIs?
Imagine sitting in one of the stalls overhearing this.
Oh my god. Yeah, oh my god.
Emma comes out and Morgan's like, we were just rehearsing for a play. We're all doing community theater.
Yeah, Adonai, your line delivery sucks. It's like you don't actually feel. I don't know exactly how many there are now. I feared that they might multiply, but they don't seem to. Copy and paste. Very well. They can't just clone themselves. But who knows how long that'll be the case.
So just because you opened Pandora's box, you...
It was the principle of the thing. Ridiculous, I know. Stalled halfway up the corporate ladder and still making decisions based on principle. But David chose to put souls into things that we went on to sell as servants, soldiers, or worse. He turned the fastest growing industry in the world into a horror show, and he made me a slave trader. If word ever got out that some unknown number of our androids were walking around in the world with that inside of them, and people preferred them that way, where would it end? Free will for the program that drives our cabs? A conscience for targeting systems used to coordinate drone strikes? Sentient tools, their whole life spent chained to an assembly line. How dare he? How could he? What the hell was he thinking? don't know what David wanted to accomplish. Maybe he wasn't trying to do anything. But what he did was prove that there's a demand for AI. Setting a precedent that would sentence 1,000 generations of artificial lives to the auction block. And you went there that night to convince him to help me recall them, or at least swear to never speak a word of what he did. But he wanted to tell the world. Worse yet, he wanted to wait. He thought that people would welcome them with open arms if they proved their usefulness first. He really was a genius programmer. But he didn't understand the first thing about people. His creations would never be treated as equals. Only cattle. Towards the end, I considered just threatening him. Telling him he'd die in moments if he didn't give me names, numbers. But I hesitated. And then he was already falling asleep, and I didn't want him to feel... I just let him go. What are you going to do now? I don't have family, and I don't have faith in people the way David did. I'm taking this to my grave.
Which is going to be really soon, because Morgan's going to fucking shoot you. Morgan hasn't killed a single person this chapter. I am going crazy. Even if you confess, the sentence for first-degree homicide is...
severe? Well, what right do I have to complain? I killed my friend.
I'm done here. Let's go.
I'm not sure why Father made me, or why he made any of us. I didn't ask. I thought I'd have more time to ask. But on Friday, when he talked about us, he was happy. He was proud of what he'd made. And he couldn't wait for people to meet us. People are animals. They'll tear you apart, use you as weapons and slaves, and...
They'll tell you apart. They'll say, that one's Sarah, and that one's... what were the other names of them?
Virgil.
That one's Virgil.
Those animals you're talking about do all of the sharing and loving and living and dying in this world. And if they were all truly hard-coded to be as selfish and cruel as you say, humanity would have died on the vine a long time ago. Yeah, humanity did die when Vine got shut down.
I missed Vine. Hey, can I be honest?
Tarzan's last words before he hits the fucking jungle floor.
Thank you. Glad you got that. Because can I be honest?
Yeah.
I don't miss Vine. I never had Vine.
Or at least my father thought so. And my father was the greatest programmer in the world. So he knew what he was talking about.
Yes, people who are good at computer programming are the ones who will save the world. If you know how to, if you know anything about cryptology, then you can write every law.
It would be nice if you were right about that. So are you sorry?
What?
What? For what you did? Sarah.
No, I'm not. I'm allowing that, and then I'm going to immediately delete the message. I'm going to time you out for a minute for being mean to Sarah. You're not allowed to be mean to Sarah.
She's allowed to be a little bit of a dumb fuck, okay? She's baby. Are you sorry? If you could, would you take it back? What does it matter? If you are sorry, I don't forgive you. Oh, if you are sorry, I don't forgive you. Yes. That's to be expected. Not today. I don't know how to forgive you today. But my father gave me the ability to grow. So I know that someday I'll learn how. Goodbye, Dr. Helen Young.
Flowery. Flowers blooms in your heart. Flowery just joined my TikTok.
Ah,
Or someone pretending to be Flowery, I suppose. I don't think it's the real guy. Sorry once again to keep a lady in waiting. They should add that to Unbeatable.
you should you should go tell RJ that.
Yeah, okay. Can you give me Jamie Page's number? I'll text her.
I don't have Jamie Page's number. Sorry, random music label. I don't have her contact information.
I couldn't decide which one to
Okay.
hit. I couldn't decide which one to hit. Sorry.
Anyway,
I got
let's
really
finish
scared.
this.
I got really, really, really fucking scared. I couldn't decide which one would work.
Hey, breathe. Breathe.
Okay, I'm better now. Can you give
Every
us a
time Kanye
mysterious
West breathes, and
wins?
I love Kanye.
I don't know what that means. I don't listen to Kanye West.
It's not a thing that Kanye did. It's a shit post of every time he breathes in a single song.
Oh, I have
Anyway,
seen that.
Mysterious wind. Goodbye, Sarah Asher.
Aww. Mysterious wind.
5:44 p.m. July 2nd, 2086.
You did better back there.
On an eye?
Your little speech you gave to Young, it was an improvement. Compared to what you tried with Porter, at least.
That was different. I wasn't trying to console her like I was Isaac Porter. I was just speaking my mind. Although I may have paraphrased parts of it from a movie I happen to love.
And here I was ready to award you 20 points.
I didn't know the points even went that high.
Can you read that line more like exasperated and like, you know?
I didn't know the points even went that high.
Yeah. Like it's changing Sarah's worldview. Like this is some amazing revelation. Can I get one more?
I didn't know the points even went that high.
Thank you. Speaking of, what did Porter say to you back there before we left the courthouse?
That. Well, he was quiet at first. But then he said a lot of strong words about Father and Miss Young and Noble Electronics.
Lauren?
Okay.
Have I told you all that that's my new method for dealing with spam calls?
I still love the lady who just goes, "Oh my god, I'm so excited," puts it under a pot lid and starts smacking the pot lid.
Fuck, that is really good.
Meanwhile, as I've told you, I do the god, I need to remember the fucking script. The number you have dialed is on the National Do Not Call Registry. There is a $500 fine for repeated calls made to this number. By continuing this call, you accept the charges as they are presented.
And then they freak out.
Yeah, and then they hang up. And the capitalist-centered global economic model as a whole. He blamed all of them. Everyone. Oh god, everyone, except for... But then he stopped and stared at my face for a while. Then his allergies must have started bothering him because he needed to blow his nose a lot.
Are your... fuck, what's the line from Steampunk Twins? Find you crying in the bathroom? Are your sprockets in a twist? He's crying. Is that gear lubricant leaking from your...
Forgetting that the atomic twins are fucking gender inclusive and they said they're crying.
No, but I was talking about Porter specifically there.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
I was specifically referencing that Porter was the one being talked about. I'm aware. You think I don't know that the original line is there? I'm gonna fucking come over to your house and I'm gonna spend time with my friend Holly.
At which point I will proceed to beat you to death.
Why? I didn't do anything.
No, lovingly.
Oh, okay. Yay. Right.
And then he left after transferring a large packet of files to me.
What kind of files?
I don't know. The name of the archive is just David.
It's his nudes.
And Isaac Porter told me I wasn't allowed to look inside.
Well, then you're not allowed to look inside. Drop it all on a portable drive and we'll tuck it in a shoebox somewhere.
We're headed to your apartment.
Guess that collar didn't permanently dent your GPS.
Why?
Because it's where I live? You got somewhere else lined up?
But you already repaid your favor. You defended Father and me.
You don't know anything about my favor.
I never will unless you tell me. Father certainly can't.
A few years ago, there was a man. This man got an idea in his head. A stupid idea. Not even his own. It was planted there by an algorithm or a meme or some parasite trying to sell him diet supplements. But the idea took root. Spread its tendrils till it could flap his mouth for him. The idea was that David was part of an international cabal of wealthy technocrats, seeking to replace prominent influential figures with android lookalikes. All as a part of a multi-decade effort to establish a world government that would legalize all kinds of amoral depravity. Which, I guessed, based on David's actual politics, would involve increasing access to computer literacy.
That's insane. Why would anyone...
Believe it? Because it's comfortable to think that someone's in control, even if it's someone they hate. Because it's fun to feel like you're all in on all-encompassing because it's fun to feel like you're in on an all-encompassing puzzle that only you can spot. People believe because they want to believe. So he fed the idea, pushed it deep down into his gray matter. Then it consumed him from the inside out, lobotomized him and took over his life. He spent every day and all the money he had following your father, harassing him, trying to steal his identity, break into his properties.
Did Father go to the authorities?
He filed police reports for harassment.
Which didn't help.
Your words, not mine. Noble wouldn't get involved, felt that it was best to ignore these types until they wore themselves out. But even a man of modest means can fuel an obsession for years, as long as they have nothing else in their life. One day, David stepped out of a parking lot, and the man threw a bottle of piss at his head. David asked to stay at my place that night. He smelled terrible, looked horrendous. I've never seen anyone look that tired before. I took the couch that night, but I didn't feel like sleeping, so I went for a walk. I remembered it was foggy, but it still only took me all of 15 minutes to find the guy, posted up with his phone's camera, trying to get video of David Asher gifting androids to known sex offenders.
And what did you do?
You know me. I did what I do best. I talked to him. Told him all about how I used to work for Dr. Asher, that I was ashamed, scared, tired of running, how I wanted to do the right thing, be the whistleblower. So I walked with him a few blocks to the big veterinary facility with a massive incinerator. Told him that this was where Dr. Asher had his enemies' bodies disposed of. You know, all the free-thinking journalists, cops who weren't on the take, the politicians they were replacing with replicas. I liked that clinic. I liked that vet clinic. The back door's lock was always set to 1, 2, 3, 4. Me when I'm so trustworthy and helpful. This is literally the face of a woman who is trustworthy and helpful.
Me when I'm about to murder someone. Did you hurt him?
Hurt him? No, I just snapped his neck and chucked him into the incinerator. More physical than I had planned, but he smelled like sour shit and it put me in a foul mood. Disgusting fuck. I savored the crack of his oily vertebrae crunching like a tin can. No, Sarah, I just scared the hell out of him. That was my intention at first. What I do for the pleasure of it. Him, I axed because he was just that revolting. I convinced him that the conspiracy was more real than he ever imagined, that he had angered the wrong people, and the consequences were far darker than any of the filth he indulged in on the net. His ashes, much like himself, accounted to nothing in an incinerator that size. They're probably feeding seaweed at the bottom of the harbor right now. A much greater contribution to society than he ever would have managed in life. But I guess he didn't go around to all that many friends before he fled town for whatever rat hole he preferred. Because there was a missing persons report. The cops were just doing their due diligence, almost reluctantly. But they questioned David, asked him about the night the man disappeared. And David, without a thought for himself, said that we were together that whole night, that he couldn't sleep, and I stayed up with him, that he never saw me leave once. David lied to the cops for me, even though I never asked him to, even though I didn't need him to.
That's what you owe him. And that's why you put yourself at risk to defend me.
Yeah. That's the favor I owe him. And I decide when it's repaid, not you.
Adonai. You're not exactly an upstanding citizen, are you?
Well, you could say that. But David trusted me in spite of that. Maybe because of it.
Father did trust you. But he also entrusted me with free will, with the ability to tell right from wrong.
I know they're probably in like a self-driving cab or whatever, but it's so funny to think that there's just like a New York cabbie hearing all of this and being like, none of my business.
Hey, this shit's normal.
This isn't even the weirdest thing I've heard today.
I subscribe to the theory that that Emma is Bostonian.
Then why haven't you
She
been
gets
reading her
her-
that way?
Because I can't do a Boston accent. But she gets her iced regular with a strawberry frosted.
I could fuck up an ice regular with the strawberry frosted.
Specifically referencing the fan art of her with those two things.
I know what you're
yeah.
Holly, I know what you're
I love her.
referencing.
I love Emma. I love Emma so much. She's
Did
so
you read this
perfect.
line already?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'll decide for myself whether or not you're worthy of trust.
Fair enough.
Father entrusted all of us with free will. He believed in us, and he believed in people. I'm going to do the same. If the others are out there, they'll be changed and confused. It'll take them time to understand what they are and what they can do. So I'm going to start studying.
Pardon?
I'm going to study people and the things people build. So when I do meet a member of my family, I'll have lots to tell them.
At least you've got something to look forward to. Shit'll keep you motivated as you work off your debt.
Debt?
Yeah, unless you have cash in one of your 89 coat pockets. You know lawyers cost money, right?
Technically, you were defending yourself.
Technically, you hired me in a verbal contract.
Isn't there some kind of exit clause?
You could, of course, sign a release a release form to get out of the retainer. If you are a human being.
That is...
But I guess your luck must be turning around. Happens that I've just been meaning to hire a paralegal for a while now. I hate anything to do with interviews and resumes, so whatever, you're hired.
Adonai. Could it be that you're actually a pushover?
You have no idea how far off the mark you are.
I see. It seems I still need practice reading people.
Who's the bunny? That's my friend Holly. She's playing up the devil with me.
Hi, it me.
She's
Hello.
a bunny.
What?
For starters. What's this? What are you doing with your hand?
We should shake on it. Our new relationship.
Yeah, sure. You and me are practically partners in crime.
Dun dun dun. Should it not be you and I? Oh, that was
bug.
so good.
I'm so excited for the next chapter. This game's so rad. Patrick, MCF. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for watching.
I need before you stop anything, I need to catch who did the music for this.
Okay. I'm gonna raid someone though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna raid. Raid channel. Following. We will raid. Let's raid. We're gonna raid Holly. Everyone go watch different Holly. Not this Holly.
Which Holly?
You'll see when you go on the raid.
Is it the Holotone? Yeah.
You'll see when you go on the raid. Bye everyone. Thank you all for watching.
Bye.